Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chaos Fridays, Tales of Frenzy, Dark Waters. We are back. I am Tan Fighter, your dungeon master. Joining me once again are our lovely players. We are down one. Steve today, our host with the most
Oh.
something is somewhere.
So we still have
And
like five other Steves.
we do have
Yeah,
five
so
other
many,
Steve.
so many Steves.
But yes, we are back. And we left in a fun little place. Joining us, as always, our players. But we let everyone know who you're playing and all of the good stuff. Starting with Hector.
Hello, my name is Hector, or Okami, aka Keiichi Okami, all over the internet, and I am playing everybody's favorite party, Bartadin, Yabisi.
Indeed. Next up, we have Mike.
Hey, I am Mike, he, him pronouns. You can find me on Blue Sky at Run Like Craig, and Instagram at Run Like Craig 1979. Yeah, I don't know. I don't post photos. I'm really boring. But today I will be playing everybody's favorite fuck up, Jasper Skylark.
Next up, we have producing today also Anna.
Yeah, hello. I am Anna, or really, I use the them pronouns, and I'll be playing Nirvana, who is using they she pronouns, who is a half orc warlock. I keep almost saying cleric still. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to what everyone was saying because I was busy to producing stuff. Yeah, you can find me anywhere on Peculiar Planets. I'll do the rest at the outro.
Still human, right?
Definitely human, yes, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My favorite game, Detroit Still Human. Next up, we have a Steve.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
So me, hi. I'm a Steist. My pronouns are she, her, and I shall be playing the Eladrin warlock Estrogen, who is totally normal and completely sane and okay.
Indeed. And last but not least, we have Rice.
Oh, hi. I'm Rice, or Ricecakes. They, she pronouns. I play a little plant named Sprout, who uses he, they pronouns. And, I love him. I honestly love him so much. He's so innocent. He doesn't know shit. He's so clueless all the time. Little baby. That's it. I have nothing else going on apart from the fact I play a plant.
Uh, uh, Hold on. Before I get started, I do have to ask, why do I have a pop-up for downloading something? What is this gonna be? It says.
No, I
What?
removed the file. It shouldn't be available
Oh
anymore.
no, no, I can still see it, I think.
I'll download it. It's fine. It's
Okay,
completely normal.
unknown link. I know better.
It's a completely normal file.
Okay,
It's a completely normal file from your completely normal friend. Why would you not trust it?
now you're already lying. Okay. Anyway, getting back in, the party was at the island of Reef Harbor. They dealt with the problems there with the dragon, the demons, and all that messed up stuff. Devana got kidnapped away into a cult which seemed to have been housing the rest of their family, who were very forthcoming and welcoming about them and being a good family together once more. At which point, Jasper and Dagon, humanity's unlikeliest duo, gets together and travels through planes to reach this cult hideout where they are making their way to essentially assist the Vada in escaping. At the same time, the Vada, being surrounded, trying to escape on their own, is out of options and has been extended an offer of assistance from a new party, a desperate plea, which resulted in them becoming an entirely different class of character. And around that time, the rescue squad got with them, and together they broke their way out and were back at the island. Da-da-da-da-da. Wait, yeah, okay, we're fine. So everyone muting, and I got worried. But yeah, uh, we after that saw that the townsfolk gave all of their thanks because that's literally all they had left at that point. But also Celia, the young girl who seems to have been the granddaughter of the priest at Reef Harbor, uh, will be accompanying you on your way to Balkar as she wants to serve as an ambassador of sorts for her island and establish some, or like re-establish some trade relations to get the island back up and running. And you accepted that and agreed to let her board your ship. You all began to make your way out, and I believe you also ran into another naval vessel where you met Captain Edgar West, who shared some information with you about Balkard, about Gore, and how some stuff apparently is beginning to happen in Balkard. After which he uh, kept on going towards Reef Harbor to go garrison and reinforce it, and the party finally was out on the open sea again, heading towards Balkard. And that is where we pick up. Now, a couple of things happen. Uh, Firstly, you all, have repaired the ship enough that it is seaworthy, but it's not all the way up to 100% yet. And from what I recall, your BC was focusing on just helping with repairs and getting it back in proper working order. Uh, so for that, give me one uh, athletics check with advantage because you
Athletics
have,
check with advantage. You got it,
yeah,
boss.
you have Hike
Okay.
and Pike helping you.
Do, 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 do.
Mm, Wait, my tab's getting
Ooh.
weird again. That's great.
Uh, yeah. Uh, I don't know how that happens.
What happened?
I have a +10 to my athletics and I got a 6?
I had that before when I did test rolls.
Yeah,
It was
no,
really
that's
weird.
a bug. No, so you rolled 2d20, your higher roll was a 4, you have a +10, so you got a 14. Cool.
Okay.
Why is it saying 6?
It's a bug, I think.
Clearly buggy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a weird
Yeah.
day for technology. We don't worry about it.
No worries. I
Yeah,
think I might not
14
be
is.
doing advantage rolls. I think I might just roll twice from now
Yeah,
on because that was weird.
it's fine though. 14 isn't bad. Like, you don't like
Okay,
immediately
cool.
just fix everything about the ship. You start working on it, and like over the next few days, patch it up in whatever the weakest bits of the ship are at the moment, making sure it
Okay.
stays seaworthy through rougher weather in case you encounter that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh, Wait, who was your navigator? It was Tristan. I need to roll a survival for Tristan. Okay, that's a very good roll. Good job, Tristan. You do not get lost at sea, and you continue your travels. Now, however, as you do start these travels, like essentially within the first or well, second day of your travels themselves, uh, everyone is taking their shifts, doing their work, and Devana,
Yes.
uh, around sometime probably between your shifts and stuff as you're like getting some rest, you get a knock on your door.
Yeah, they'll just be like, come in. I think I think they'd just be on their bed with their journal, just writing or doodling.
All right. Yeah. You say come in, door like kind of creaks open, and you see it is Dagon.
Um, right. How does he look? Considering the last time they spoke, he was a bit annoyed.
Roll me an insight.
Yeah. I've got so many tabs open right now. Okay, that's really good. That is a where the fuck is my insight? That is a 25. So that's a 19 on the die.
He still looks a little annoyed
I
and
think,
irritated.
Yeah, I think I've seen Ivana just sits up and goes like, close the door.
He walks in, kind of like just close the door behind him. Now that you got your rest, and you don't look like you are crying or dying at the moment, maybe it's time you explained what exactly went down and how you ended up there.
Well, right. So you remember Yatandrel, when we first met her at the manor. She told me, and I'm pretty sure I told this. She told me that she was going to come back at some point. And she was going to question for me. When we went out with her, we were obviously going to fight this dragon. But then in the middle of the fight, Jasper went down. Or he had this mark on his chest, and long story short, apparently Yathandrel did something that turned into something else, and he started attacking us, and I was panicking, and Yathandrel just said like, "Oh, you can help your friend, just come with me." And so, I tried to read her intentions, but there was so much going on, and I couldn't. It's Jasper. Of course, I'm gonna come with her, and she took me. She took me to the temple, to the well, it looked like a temple, to the cult, I guess, and my sister was there, and my father, the one with the veil, but he didn't speak, or he didn't seem to recognize me. He only spoke when he cast a spell on me, and it was quite scary, but yeah, that's they got obviously they got my necklace, and yeah, I just went there because I want to save Jasper.
And just like listens to that for a second and looks up at you and just goes, when Jasper went out of control, you put faith in this person you have known for what, all of 2 interactions over any of the companions you were traveling with and have been fighting with for months?
She seemed to know about the necklace and stuff.
There
was a lot going on.
Doesn't matter how much is going on. You went away. You essentially broke the party apart in that moment. It was... If I hadn't found a way to reach you, what exactly was your plan on coming back?
I was trying really hard to get back. I made you a promise and I kept it. I nearly died. I only made this pact because I didn't want to leave you behind. I didn't want to leave anyone else behind.
I understand why you made the pact. Don't even get me started on the pact. And don't say you made it back because of the promise. Jasper and I got you back.
Yeah, and I'm really grateful for that.
Didn't do it so you can be grateful. I made sure you keep your word because I make sure people keep their promises to me.
And I did.
And you see, like, with your, like, prior insight, just, like, he's getting more and more, like, wound up whenever you're saying, like, oh, no, I kept our promise. And
Yeah.
you see, he kind of, like, gets, like, a step closer and, like, looks at you and just goes, we were surrounded in there, even with the 2 of us joining in. There was a pretty good chance, and I told him as well, that one of us or both of us might not make it out of that, because that is what we might have to do. That was a call we made because of a call you made. This is not me putting blame on you. This is me telling you how stupid of a decision that was. Now, as far as your little pact is concerned, let's just say you might have made the worst decision of your life. And I have seen that mark before. I have seen what it does to people. I have seen what it did to a prior companion of mine. It is not pretty. What it makes you do, what it turns you into, the effect that magic has on a person. They start losing pieces of themselves. They start acting strange. We start forgetting things about them until there's nothing there except a gap in our memory.
And I get that.
You made a promise to stay here. You can't do that if you just become a blank spot within my thoughts or your own.
Dagan, if I hadn't made that pact, I would have died there. Do you realize that? And before you say like, oh, we could have brought you back, I know I was stupid. I have another pact thing, right? You cannot just bring me back. I made that pact so I could keep that promise and get back. And I know it's not the smartest decision, but it was the only one I had. And I took it so I could get back to you and to everyone else. You complain that people around you leave or that people die, and I'm really sorry about that, but when someone makes an effort to stay around, it's still not good enough. So why did you come in here? What did you want?
Give me either an intimidation or a persuasion, your choice.
They're not trying to intimidate. Hang on.
Yeah.
Persuasion. It's a 16.
16. You see, as you say that, he just looks at you and if you're still sitting, he kind of.
They would have gone up to
Oh, okay.
continue.
In which case, he just kind of leans back against the wall for a second and then steps up again and stares at you. Just looks at you for a moment without saying anything. And just goes, I have already told you. I've already told you how certain things in my life go, and yes, that promise existed for that certain reason as well. I am not being ungrateful that you did whatever you could to keep that promise. In fact, when I saw that you were still alive, while I was thinking that I'm just gonna go and retrieve a body, seeing you alive and well in that moment, in whatever condition you were in, that relief that I felt was all I needed right now. Or even then. In that moment of relief, all I could think about was how to get you out of there still alive. Let's just be honest. Dagon Huxley doesn't feel relief over others the way people would expect him to. And yet, here I am, standing in this room, yelling at you about something you've already done. Yelling about something that is added to the list. Don't really know why exactly. I am still angry. I'm pissed that in that moment, the only solution that came to your head was that, and nothing else. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and just very firmly just squeezes your shoulder and just looks at you and says, you kept that promise. Yes, with my help, but you did keep it. I hope you keep keeping that promise. Because next time something like that happens, I don't know what we're gonna do to get you back. I don't know what deal you can even make beyond the one you have, but For now, just do me a favor.
Hmm?
When a situation like this comes up again, a situation demanding blood, or a difficult choice, or violence, leave that to me. Cruelty like that takes a practiced hand. A hand that I have already plunged into blood and stains. So let me continue to do what I'm good at, and you do what you're good at, and not keep your promise, but also keep your hands clean, lest you become, well, me.
I don't think I'll have a choice. I think I have to get my hands dirty, but there's nothing wrong with being you. And honestly, I am really, like I said, I'm really grateful for your help, but I think what I'm most grateful for is that you decided to get us all out of there, rather than just me or trying to get your revenge right there and then. But
I
it was
might have to say, I surprised myself when I did that, but no. I got us out of there one time. Sure. Don't want to keep relying on luck that way. And I just told you this. I don't need your gratitude, you idiot. Just need you to stay.
1 second.
And he leans in for a kiss.
Yeah. I think there'll be the moment a little bit taken aback, but then relaxes into it, and will go to put a hand on his cheek to return it.
Yeah. And as you both share a moment of relief and contemplation, we got away from there towards a different place in the ship. We look at the top deck, at the helm. Jasper, you've been helming solo for a bit. It's a lot harder than you thought when there isn't another person telling you what to do.
I know
And
what you mean. I'm very experienced and I know everything.
and in which case I will require a survival check and an athletics check.
Okay. Survival, not my strong suit. So that's a 13. Athletics, better, 21.
Yeah, it's a little tough following the instructions Tristan is giving you, but you're able to brute force through most of it. It's a bit of a bumpy ride here or there, but you're managing. And uh, as you are managing, you need you and actually, yeah, Sprout would also be on the crow's nest. So both of you can also give me a perception check here.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Wait. Gotta get my dice.
15.
I'm not rolling with the VTT. No, thank you. What's my perception anyway? Oh, I'll be fine. Oh, 21. No, 22 actually, because it's a +3.
23.
Yes.
All right. Well, at 23, you're the first to notice. Again, this like, you know, probably a week since the last time you like saw that naval ship and all of that. Uh, in the distance, again, Sprout, you see a ship. Uh, and with a 23, it doesn't look like a warple ship. It looks like a regular, like, sailing, like galleon. and it does not seem to be carrying any flags. And
Sprout is going to lean over the railing and shout out at Jasper, like as loud as it can. There's a fuck. What do you call it? Ship. Uh, no thingy that that does the uh and it's uh heading this way.
Jasper will recognise a thingy that waves as a flag. I assume. Okay, Jasper will look at Tristan and say, "So, unmarked vessels are a bad thing still, right?" Get Dagon. And
okay.
and he
Ship
will.
is 4 trees away, I think, if I remember how long a trunk is.
So who are you telling to go get Dagon?
Telling Tristan to go get Dagon.
Tristan just like nods at you, starts running downstairs to the lower level,
And
and
Jasper will shout to man the guns
yeah,
at the ready.
Onslow just starts like snickering, like finally, and he's like starts standing up near the cannon. Devana, you hear Tristan running down the hall, yelling, "Dagon, where are you?" And he's opening the like door, like no
Would
one's
it
there, and
be
everything.
He
And
Develop's already pulled. Hearing that, just pulls back immediately. Like, I think you're needed.
oh, well, I can be needed in many places at once. And he
Motherfucker.
he turns around, opens the door, and Tristan just goes, "Oh, there you are. Wait, why are you here? Anyway, Loran, come with us." And
Devana go up as well to see what's going
yeah,
on.
they all just like nods there and starts like moving up, and he uh he comes up and looks at you, Jasper. I left you for what, 30 minutes? What happened?
I don't control what the other people on the sea do. I barely control what I do.
I
Unmarked
think by
vessel,
this point
flying no
Sprout
flags.
may
I
have
thought it was better safe than sorry. Sorry, carry on there. Sorry.
I was going to say, I think by this point Sprout is dangling by the bell again.
And as you're dangling by the bell, it starts ringing a couple times. Dagon just sighs like, "Well, we've announced ourselves. Great. Uh, well, if it's no flag, it's no big time pirate. They have their own flags at this point. Might as well get closer and have a look. Might be a merchant ship, might be a besieged ship." And you see he kind of like steps up to like the bow of the ship, pulls out like a spyglass, and he's like, "Well, that's weird. No one's at the helm." And as you get closer, you also see something else. You see the water right in front of your ship. There is just like a trail of deep red. And here or there, you see a couple of barrels kind of just floating along. And you see it's like almost a trail being led off by said ship. And there is a bigger pool of just dark red, like water around the entirety of the ship, and it does not seem to be moving very quickly, and it looks mostly empty from where you're looking. It's barely even moving.
Ghost ship.
Uh, so Yabisi, like hearing the bell, is going to like come up on deck, putting the last buckle or clap on his new armor, uh, and heads up, kind of looks at the situation. I'm gonna get to the edge of the bow. About how far away are we when we notice the red in the barrels?
You'd be like 100 feet away, not too far.
About 100 feet away.
Yeah.
So uh Yabisi is going to be like, Captains, I'm gonna go scout. And then he closes his eyes, sets his hand at his sides, and then clenches his fists, and all of a sudden you see this like light kind of
Yeah.
glowing along the embossments on the armor, and then whoo, you see these wings that look like the wings of a tropical bird, like a parakeet or a macaw, uh, uh, blue and green, the colors of the ocean, the colors of the kind of tropical birds that you would see that are kind of indigenous to the islands, um, just sprout from the back of his armor, and he takes flight. Um,
Right.
and I'm flying over there, and as soon as I'm within like the edge of the red, as I'm flying through the air, boom, I'm using my channel divinity.
Oh. Channel Divinity lets you push the water, correct?
No. Channel divinity allows me to detect. I'm trying to.
Oh, you're
Oh,
doing
excuse
Divine
me.
Sense.
Divine sense,
All
not
right,
channel
all right.
divinity. Divine sense.
Uh, you immediately pick up multiple different small sources of undeath coming from the blood.
Um, and like as I sense that, I'm gonna take a wide berth and fly back to the ship. Uh, and as fast as I can, I'll dash if necessary.
Yeah.
Um, and land on the deck, um, the wings kind of not vanishing, but like kind of resting
Yeah.
below, almost like a feathered cloak on his back.
Yep.
Uh, and he's going to say, there is multiple small sources of undead in the water where the blood is.
Red
Um,
just like raises an eyebrow at that.
I think we're
Undead, you
dealing with some
say?
kind of ghost ship or some sort of sea zombie attack.
You see Red just like kind of looking at out towards the ship, kind of pondering, and you hear her mutter just, no, ghosts certainly don't show so much blood. If it was an aberration of any kind, it won't leave physical trails like this.
Is it possible that it's some kind of like more maybe it's during the day, right?
It is during the day.
Could sunlight underwater affect vampires?
Well, technically speaking, running water should affect vampires, but it is cloudy and hmm. And at that same time during the discussion, you see like some of that like bloodied up water is like hitting the ship, and you can feel your ship almost slowing down to it, like almost like it's pushing. And you see, she just looks over and just says, maybe we take a rowboat and get a closer look.
I don't know. I think we should just avoid it.
Hear me out.
Can
Zombie sharks.
You see, she looks at you like, I wouldn't joke about those, honestly.
Zombie shark, do
I
zombie
can
shark.
I try to go to the edge of the boat, and like Sprout is going to look down, and then um I want to channel divinity turn undead if it's the undead stopping our boat from
How
Yes.
moving. I want
far
to
is the
get them
range for it?
away. Hmm?
It's
I
30
think
or
it's 30
60.
feet, I think.
30 feet?
I
It's
think
like
so.
30 feet, yeah.
Okay. So you
It's
do
30
turn
feet.
undead, and you feel pinging off of your holy symbol that you did push some creatures back. The blood itself did not get pushed back, but the creatures did. And you see,
Huh.
Red just continues like, I don't think avoiding this is the solution. Well, especially for me, unfortunately. as I told you back on the island, if this is pertaining to what I think it is, I do need to get a closer look.
If you want to
Well,
take a
Lucky
rowboat, I can come with you because then I think that those things like flesh, right? So if they like flesh, then I should keep it away from flesh. So it's like that's what Yabisi told me anyway.
You see, she just goes, I mean, you're not entirely wrong there. I mean, worst case, if a ship gets close enough, I can go check on my own, but if anyone wants to accompany me, we can.
Jasper
Yeah,
will. Jasper will look at Dagon while this is going on, and can look and go, boarding party.
Oh, fuck it. Aglet, could you be a dear and drop anchor then? Aglet's like, oh, okay.
at the
And
very
goes and,
least,
like,
let's
just
not get
tucks
any
it over.
closer. I will keep an eye out on everyone from the sky, and then Yabisi does this like kind of like hero pose thing where he like gets up and he's like on the edge of the ship, and the wings unfurl, and he once again
Yep.
and takes flight
Dragon
and
told me that thing is called cringe.
Oh my god.
Oh.
sometimes you have to learn to embrace the cringe to protect your friends.
Yes.
And then Yabisi's going to just sort of like from above, maybe about 10-20 feet away from the surface of the water. That way I can still quickly get down to the boat as they prepare and they row over.
All right. So who all are getting in the rowboat? Red is getting in. Jasper and Sprout said they were.
Am I even here?
Yeah, everyone's in.
Oh, I
I
just assumed I'd still be with the
Yeah,
crystal.
everyone got called up top deck, right? So
mean, how far is it? So, from where on the deck, like how far is that? Because I'm trying to figure out if it's be easier for me to be in range. 100 feet.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay on the ship and be in range to just like shoot stuff.
Yeah, I think for me, only Eldritch Blast would be in range.
you're basically just looking at the back of the ship in front of you. But yeah.
I mean, how big is the robot? Like, how many people can fit on that thing?
Comfortably 4, maybe 5 if you take one like tiny person with you. Like so Sprout could technically squeeze in like as extra.
Yeah, but if we've got
essentially.
so I think we've got enough people in the robot already then because we just very ABC Sprout.
No, your BC is not
fine.
on the board.
Oh no, you're
Yabisi's flying.
Oh, Reese is flying. Right.
So it's
you-
Jasper, Red, Sprout. If no one else is going, like Tristan or Dagon can also hop on.
I think Devonna might Goblin might bring Lightbringer in, considering that one does extra damage to undead.
Alright.
So yeah.
So you're also getting in then, Devan?
Yep.
Cool. Dagon will also say, yeah, he would rather stay on the ship because one person should be like one helmsman should be on the ship just
Yeah.
in case. But
Yes, you have the bridge, Dagon.
as you're like walking away, he's like, that's not what. Oh, fuck it. And yeah, you guys start rowing through. As you're
Row your boat gently down
gently
the
down the stream.
sea.
And as you start working your way through, it is tough to row through like the bloodied part essentially. And as you're getting closer, one of you give me a perception check on the board.
I wanna.
Yeah, whoever has the highest perception, probably not me.
Not 20, baby. Let's
Yeah, let's go.
go.
As you're getting closer to
Sprout
the
is very
ship.
perceptive today.
Yeah.
Sprout's got the
As you're
good
getting
eyes.
closer to the ship, you
he
see
does.
amidst the bloodied waves, just fins encircling around the ship. A couple of them near you, a little dangerously close. And for a moment with that crit, you see a shark head peeking with bloody red eyes and
Do I
just
still have turn
blood-covered
undead?
teeth.
Did I fucking call it?
It
Do
was
I
really
still
funny.
have turn undead
No, I mean you used it.
activated?
It's for one turn.
Fuck, you're right. Oh no.
How many channels do you
Uh,
have?
How many
Day?
channel divinity do you have? Because you couldn't do it again. Oh, only one?
Let me check.
Ah.
No, I only have one.
So
If only I
you
still had
spot these
mine.
things and they are getting closer. What do you do,
Let me
Sprout?
check what I want to do. Hold on. I am going to wait. Where are my spells? Fuck. What? Wait, what does the spell do? But it's only one creature. Fuck. I just moonbeam the creature and be like, okay.
Just dropping a moonbeam. Okay, that's a con save, right? Cool.
Yeah.
Right. You guys just see Sprout just stand up suddenly and just cast moonbeam into the waters
like-
as you hear
It
screeches. Yeah.
it goes like this. Like Sprout is seeing the waves, and they go like, no. Fleshy people don't like sharks usually. If
Oh.
it's if it's not Yabisi, I guess. And then like the little leaves, like light up, and then it's just like a. Pew!
Yeah, and it comes crashing down. You hear screeches from all these creatures as now all of you spot these uh blood covered feral looking sharks just like screech away in pain at this like radiant light hitting them as they just start to like almost burn up instantly. And the second that happens, you see Red is like, shit, it is them. And she just uh, gets up and throws this vial into the waters. And you see they start like kind of squealing and start like just swimming away as quickly as they can. And she just like turns to all of you like, all right, quick, climb aboard, climb aboard. And you guys start, I'm assuming, following her. She just like grabs onto the side of the ship and starts clambering on top. And as you all get up there, she just turns and goes, right, yes, those were vampires. Good to know holy water still works. All right. Well,
Vampires? But they look like sharks.
as I said, they might be subject to experimentation. And
Oh.
as you climb aboard and you finally look at the top deck of the ship, it is covered in bloodstains all over. There are barrels upturned, like rotten food here or there, or like it's starting to rot at this point. You see the stairway just has bloodied footsteps going up and down, clearly like in a frantic. Pieces of the ship are just broken. You see wood beams taken off of railings carved into like sharp sticks and like are just covered in blood and broken. And yeah, you're just aboard this empty ship.
If they're vampire sharks, how did they get up here on deck to cause all this carnage?
I don't think that was the sharks doing. I think whatever happened on this ship led to what happened to the sharks.
Oh, right.
So the
I will.
vampires bit the sharks?
Oh, they got infected somehow.
Maybe don't roll around in the blood too much. I will use message to contact Dagon.
Yeah.
And I will say, so definitely vampires. Apparently the sharks are infected. If you can keep the waters as clear as possible for us for when we have to return.
All right, I'll take care of it. And after a few seconds, you hear a yell in the distance, "Onslaught now!" And cannon fire into the waters as
Oh
like the
Lord.
sharks are just getting cannoned away from like the ship essentially.
I'm immediately gonna just turn to Diego and be like, what the hell are you doing?
I'm making sure we don't end up like them. Best way to do that is by blowing them up.
You know what? Fair? And I'm gonna start Eldritch blasting into the water.
You also just start like barreling away at them, and those of you on the ship, and also you basically like you see these guys have like clambered on board.
Yeah.
You're also up top.
Yeah.
What would you guys want
I'm
to
gonna
do?
go and as I land, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to slough away this blood from around, away from the group.
And you do that, and you see as you land, Red looks at you like, appreciate it, but don't do that for the rest of the ship. We might need to collect samples.
Oh, I just don't want anyone to get infected. Every single time we
Fair
deal
enough.
with blood or ichor or something, it
Oh no, you're absolutely right, but we can be cautious while we collect these samples, but we need to know what we're dealing with.
of
If
course.
they try to bite, I can. They can bite because I'm a bush.
If you see anything, don't get close enough that they even try to bite.
Okay.
Let's just stay together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
While we're investigating, uh, UBC is like kind of like chanting a bit, like and Sylvan kind of singing an old song, and I would
Yep.
like to ritually cast detect magic
Ooh. You cast detect
because I
magic,
I
and yeah,
relearned spells. I was like, this is what do I got? And
yeah. As you're walking around, looking around the ship, you pick up all sorts of traces of necromantic magic all over the ship, but it's not like an active spell effect. You're picking up residue, essentially. Like a lot of necromancy was clearly used here. And you also pick up that this ship, especially on a few of these barrels and stuff that are overturned and are empty right now, uh, you see lingering marks of abjuration wards on them that have clearly been dispelled since then or broken, but there were abjuration wards on those. Uh, and anyone who wants to can roll me an investigation. I will say with advantage because of that detect magic. Then, all right.
Don't I love investigating? Sprout finds so much yet understands so little.
This is 10.
18.
18.
20
The
for
fuck
me.
are these
20
rolls?
for
I'm
you. All
broken
right.
today. Holy
So you,
shit.
you guys are kind of like, spreading around looking in different places. Uh, Jasper, you find the captain's quarters, and
Naturally.
of course, you would know where it is. And you see, uh, it's kind of like broken apart. Like you can see out into the waters from here. Like the hull here is kind of compromised, and you see a lot of stuff has been strewn over, fallen over, just from like the being out on the ocean kind of a thing and no upkeep. And you see there was clearly a like kind of like a display rack for some kind of a weapon. Like you can tell from like just like the length of it. And you see there's nothing there right now, and like that part of the wall is cracked and broken. And you also, while looking around, see still on this like small desk in the quarters, where is it? Yeah, you find a ledger.
I will definitely take the ledger.
You kind of start looking over it, and
Yeah, look to the most
see,
recent entry.
yeah, so there's a couple of like manifests and details of uh deliveries that were to be made to the Fine Day boardwalk, logs detailing ship travels, a couple of logs about deliveries in Balkard, a couple of logs about deliveries in Ibrakal, and you see after that, like in like past the manifest, like there's the captain's like log itself. And from what you're gathering in the more recent things, they were on the run from the Navy, whoever this crew was. And while on this run, few days of traveling out in uncharted waters, one of the crewmates suddenly went rabid and started to attack people, started drinking blood when no one was looking. And literally, the captain log is like, we figured it's a vampire. We dealt with him, we had to kill him off, and we contained the problem. And then the next log is I thought we contained the problem. It seems this was not the end of it. We got attacked by a ship full of them, and they took most of our effects. They left some crates and barrels behind, and we got away with the few crew members we still have. And we're trying to make our way to the nearest dock. Hopefully, we can get there in time. We're like low on food and supplies, and I don't know what's in those barrels, but they look very tightly closed up, and I don't want to know until I'm back on dry land. And then there is another one, which is like maybe I should ask a couple of the mercenary crews or maybe even the pirate crews if they know about these people. They were flying some flag, but I couldn't recognize it. And then there's also log, or maybe we should quickly make our way towards Ibrakal. Uh, Soon enough, the new king will be crowned for the Asama people, and it seems all sorts of parties are very interested in gaining favor with him, and both parties suspect that there is something working against this new king in Ibrakal already, and I shudder to think what could be going on in his own capital before he is even made king, or how these factions plan to assist, because it sounds to me like they need a lot more reach in a kingdom full of people, full of. He would have written a kingdom full of like recluses, essentially, and oh, bless someone,
That's you.
and
Other room. It's very loud.
and you also see after that there is a log. Oh God, some idiot on the crew opened that. I told them not to look. And that is the last entry.
Okay. Does it say in the ledger just while I was looking? Did it say what they were carrying, or is it just various cargo kind of
It
items?
was cargo that they made deliveries to the Fine Day Boardwalk, and then they picked up deliveries on behalf of the Fine Day Boardwalk. It wasn't given to them by the Fine
Right.
Day, but they got something that the Fine Day Boardwalk was supposed to like transport, but they elected to do it themselves.
Okay. Cool. I will rejoin the group, recount what kind of it says,
Yeah.
and I will also go.
Uh,
I'm
you
fairly certain from this we are dealing with vampirates.
Uh,
Pirate
also,
vampires.
I take psychic
during
damage.
this, also during the sprout, you were also like looking around as well, and you would have gone to the lower decks, and you would have seen amidst a bunch of like broken open crates of food stock and stuff. There is one barrel which smells like fish that has its lid kind of like pushed to the side, and yeah,
Obviously, Sprout is going to look inside.
you kind of like go up. It's about as tall as you. You kind of like open it, and as you peer inside, you see looking up at you, hollow, sunken, blood red eyes, pale face, elongated fangs, looks up at you and just goes and lunges at you. What's your AC?
My AC, I mean 15.
Okay, so that hits as it latches onto you. You know you don't have blood, but you can feel yourself shriveling up as you take
Oh,
8 piercing damage and
oh,
15 necrotic damage.
oh, fuck! Wait, I got a math. That is
And
Oh.
roll me a Constitution save.
Oh fuck.
You
Yeah,
don't
sure.
want to roll too low.
13. No, wait.
13?
What is 13 plus? Where's my con? Okay, 16, because I have a +3.
16. You feel your entire body feels hot. And you, firstly, your max HP gets reduced by 15.
Oh,
And you break away, but you feel like you anyways are still just getting used to speaking. And right now you feel like your mouth's a little numb. It's hard to talk suddenly. And you're just feeling this strong burning in your neck. What do you do?
wait, hold up. I'm trying to math. What is 51 minus 15? Holy shit. Wait,
15 plus 8, 23.
uh,
As far as your health thing
okay.
is concerned, yeah, minus 15 on that is rough. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that is.
that's 36.
Hold on, wait, because I had 28, so now I have to take off another 15 from that.
Wait, what do you mean you're 28?
I had 28 from the damage you gave me.
No, you took what, 8 plus 15? You took 23 damage. And
Yeah.
for your
23
max
plus 20,
HP
wait, it is
modifier.
51.
No, your max HP is going
No, no,
down.
no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Oh,
You're not taking that much damage. You take the 23. Yeah, you take the 23 damage. But for your max HP, if it's at 51, just subtract 15 from that, and that's your
yeah,
current
so
max
it's going to
HP.
be 33.
36.
30.
36.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
Okay. And then I'm going to be left with 28 out of 36 for fuck's sake.
All right.
Yippee!
What do you do?
Fuck. I mean, okay. Here's the issue. If I let this thing go, it's going to, you know, get everyone else. So I'm going to use Entangle.
Oh, that's a
Going to
strength
stop
save?
this. I'm going to stop this thing.
Question. Does Entangle have a verbal component?
No,
Oh,
I
then
think.
yeah.
Wait. Wait. No, fuck! I hate you so much.
What do you
I hate you
mean?
so- Fine. Okay. Fine. Oh my god, there goes most of my fucking spells.
Oh my
I
gosh.
hate you. I swear to
Get
God.
help.
Yeah.
If we've learned anything from Divana, get help.
Yeah. Wait, do we see? Because Divide does say, "Can we stay together?" I don't know, like if do we see?
This was like while you were staying together, you still like had to go peek into different rooms and stuff, and that's when this just jumped at them.
Oh, okay, so we didn't split up. You made it
Then,
seem like we were
you're-
splitting up.
No.
You're not like split up. You're probably nearby, just out of like line of sight at the moment.
But didn't
while
you
this is
say the
happening.
thing like
I
made a
ducked into the
screeching
captain's
noise or
cabin
something?
and-
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually getting to that. So that's why I was like giving Sprout one like thing to do immediately, and then I was coming to you guys.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Because we're
I'm
first
trying
like
to
right there,
think.
right?
Oh my god, I can't.
Oh,
There
Sprout.
is a very big issue here.
Yes.
I can't use most of my fucking spells. I don't think I have any spell at the moment that I can use.
You can always
So
use your action to disengage so it doesn't get an attack of opportunity and use your movement to run away. It
can
is
I use Thorn Whip at least to like push this
Hmm?
thing away so I can run?
Thorn Whip pulls
Thorn
things.
Whip
It
is
does
for
not push
making
them.
things come closer to you,
Oh,
not
you
for
can. I
making
think
them
you can
go away.
also push them back if I
No.
don't remember.
Mm-mm.
No way. You can
I mean,
only
look at the
get it
spell,
closer. Yeah.
but
Wait.
I've used Thorn Whip before.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can only pull, I can't push. Never mind.
All right.
That's what Thunderwave is for.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, bye-bye, I guess. I'm gonna have to skedaddle.
so you're disengaging and running.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As you disengage and run, the rest of you just see Sprout like running away with like a big wound on like their like neck, and you at that point immediately heard like screeches and like these weird guttural sounds coming from the room.
Is this a humanoid?
Shit.
Do we don't know yet.
Damn
We've not
it.
looked at.
So yeah, Sprout is coming in running, and I'm guessing like the wound would be like shriveled up because that's what happened.
I think the Vanna will, if
Roll
Jasper's
with
there,
Sprout.
will hand Lightbringer back to Jasper, and will instead go over to Sprout and try and cast her move curse.
All right. If you're gonna cast a move, I need to roll something. Sprout, give me a con save.
Can't say VP. That is what number is that? 17.
17. You again feel that strong burning, and you kind of like recoil back in pain from like the Divana spell for a second, and then it starts to get colder, and it's not burning anymore.
Okay. Saving my other one spell slot for another one of that. The Vanna would look at them and go like, "Are you okay, Sprout?"
Can I speak?
Yeah, you'll be able to talk now, but before that though, as like you cast a spell and now you start like asking questions, you hear that guttural sound again, and now you hear like these like scratchy, very quick, rapid footsteps as you see this pale humanoid looking person run at you all just like wildly, and is gonna again try to like lunge at one of you.
Can I react to that real quick?
Yes, you can.
Can I try? Oh no, you if you want to go first, but
Yeah, Yabisi immediately, like, with his blade is, like, he's just gonna look at Jasper really quick, and then, whoa, and then, like, just spin his blade around and try and strike the creature down. He's not asking questions, he's not investigating, he's just taking this thing out. It's already
Yeah.
hurt Sprout.
Roll to hit.
Okay.
I by the way, I'm conjuring my packed weapon. Considering. Considering okay. So yeah, so Jasper, you have Lightbringer. That would be handed over to you.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah,
why I said to
will
keep
say-
it in your inventory, because we're probably gonna swap it around a lot.
I just assumed you would make that your pact weapon, you see. So,
No, not yet.
What,
Tan, bonus action, Thunder Smite, as you see tackling with like lightning as he goes in for the strike.
Yep.
Sorry, I have to get that out of the way, otherwise I won't get the extra damage.
21 hits.
21 hits, excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and spend one of my second level spell slots for Smite.
Yeah, and add the extra D8. This is an undead.
Okay. All right, hold
So
on. Let me
those
cast my
Smite would be
spells.
what? It'll be 4D8
All right,
extra for just
so
Smite.
second spell slot. Oh shoot! Come on. There we go. And then I cast Thunderous Smite. All right, Thunderous Smite gives me 2d6 thunder damage, and I should get a total of.
Oh, it should be 2D8, no?
Oh wow! It just.
Oh, it is 2D6, you're right. Huh.
Yeah, it's 2d6. Okay,
yeah,
so 6
Divine
points of
Smite
thunder
is D8.
damage. Yeah, 3 points of thunder damage, and then let me go ahead and roll my Divine Smite. So that should be a total of 4d8.
Ooh. And you see, as you're like bringing your sword down, and it slams with like the thunderous noise, with the waves of Kelpie, and like this like divine white light just like slamming into this creature. And you see, you just cleave straight into its shoulder, and your sword just keeps going down, 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 cutting through and like into this person like butter. And you just see he evaporates.
Whoa. Okay. I just want to
Okay.
do what the total damage was, just to see
Yeah,
how
go for it. Go
what
for
I
it.
did.
Uh, just so you know, the 48 radiant got doubled. Wait, how did you do 48 radiant?
Oh,
It
because I
would have
used a
been
second level spell slot, and then it's
okay,
an additional
4d8.
d8.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it would be 3d8 if I use first level. It's 4d8 if I use the
yeah.
second level on
Got it.
undead.
Yeah, I heard a
Um,
number instead of the
Cam thought you
dice.
said 48.
Yeah.
no. So I did a total of, just for my own ego, because after that dragon fight, I need it.
Uh-huh.
20, like 12 plus 17 is 30. 29,
29, yeah.
29,
Yeah.
29 points of damage, and it
Uh,
just cuts through this
how
creature.
much of that was radiant?
17 of it was radiant.
That gets doubled to 34. Yeah, it definitely cuts through the creature. Yeah. And it's just gone. There's just a like not even blood. There's just a ashen scorch mark where the thing was. And yeah.
Okay. Should we head back? Maybe if we
Red
sink the
said that
sink the ship?
and just goes, just a moment. And you see she crouches down in front of the scorch mark, pulls out a little like glass vial and takes the ash.
Mm.
And corks that keeps it. And you see she goes over to the room where Sprout found the barrel, looks into the barrel, and like you see like there's just a bunch of like blood in there. And you see she with a mage hand very carefully just like pulls up some of that blood and also vials it and like corks it up
Right.
and looks at all of you like, yes, we can. That was strange. That wasn't an actual vampire.
Okay. Well,
I think whatever was in these barrels that were in that you found, Jasper, in the manifest that the captain was describing, those barrels must have been filled with those vampires.
Meaning whatever
May
that
I,
Some
ship
may I
was
say that
they
that
got,
thing
yeah.
wasn't drinking blood?
hmm?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Sprout. I forgot to mention vampires don't just drink the blood, they drink life. They take vitality from any living being.
While that is true, it is still strange that they were able to draw that vitality from Malaleshi.
Hmm.
Well, to put bluntly, if this was an actual vampire, one hit like that would not have done it in, firstly. And even if it was weakened, it would have had a number of ways to escape. But it seemed feral and it seemed quite weak. Meaning, it was closer to the things we saw back at Reef Harbor, the vampiric creatures there. So they are engineered, so to speak. Vampirism does
these-
not spread so easily.
Tan,
Where
are
was
there
this?
any of these leftover barrels that have been unopened around?
Doesn't like that looks like a extra one. Like looks
Okay.
like the others have been upturned already. And you see she just looks and goes, looking at the rest of the ship, it seems the other vampires were more successful. Which leaves the question, where did they go afterwards?
Well,
And
I hope not
if they are artificial
here.
vampires, they might be more resistant to sunlight as well.
Yeah, that might explain why the sharks aren't
Indeed.
burning up in the water.
The
The ones
logs
that
you
have been
said have
infected with the
some
vampirism.
business happening in Ibrakal? If that is
Yeah,
the case,
where was it going? This is magical warfare.
I mean,
You see, Red kind of asks for the ledger for a second.
yeah, I will hand it over and kind of go. I wonder if this was
Also
meant to
curious
interrupt
about a
the
thing. Are my hit
coronation.
points still like 15 down?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that takes.
Oh no,
some,
sorry, you got hit by the remove curse. They're fine now.
Yippee!
Yeah.
I'm so glad I picked that spell.
Oh my god.
If you used it a minute
Well-
after, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, no, I think the Vanna learned from Jasper the whole thing and was like, I'm gonna get a remove curse.
But essentially, you see, she like looks through the ledger and she's just like, firstly, that means there was a ship full of these who were finding a way to spread it across different ships. Maybe they left some instructions for the agents how to rendezvous with them again or something. I don't think the sailors here were able to dispatch all of them. Secondly, if there is some nefarious plot happening at Ibrik Hall related to this, that is a greater cause for concern than anything else. Because, well, they're not wrong. In a few months, there would potentially be a coronation for a new king. And if a threat like this is involved, that complicates matters beyond just the abyssal that you have dealt with so far. Fuck.
They
All
could
right.
start a civil war.
Oh, it won't be a civil war, it'll be a massacre. But that's not the issue. An entire people dedicated to radiant light in Selima, if their symbol of purity gets corrupted by vampirism, they can unmake an entire kingdom overnight. Once we
Well, I
get
will
to
say
Valcloud, I
this.
will contact some of my people.
Yeah,
Pass on some immediate information to Zealous. And
Zealous
Sprout,
needs to know.
whenever you get time,
Let
as
them
soon as
know
possible.
that
Yeah.
radiant light
Oh, they know.
is what turned it into ash.
That they
I
know.
fought undead before. It's and typically radiant light will harm undead more when I channel my faith. But
These were manufactured.
these
We
things
don't
are
know if that'll be true for
manufactured.
all of them.
From what I can see, this thing was far more vulnerable to my faith than I have ever encountered. I don't think Yabisi's ever encountered a
No,
vulnerable undead before.
no,
This is
we
like a
haven't.
first time in like his
Uh,
century
as a
plus of life.
as a paladin, you would know that some undead which are made of like shadow magic would be vulnerable, but that's about it.
Yeah. This I know read everyone some undead that are born of shadow magic are vulnerable,
Yes,
but vampires are not one of them.
that's true. Either this person had not finished their metamorphosis, or whoever is doing all of this, their experiments are not finished yet. These are all prototypes.
Just make sure your people know what
Though not tonight.
what these things weaknesses are if they encounter them.
Yes, that is the plan. We should, however, listen to what Devana had to say and get out of here before anything else happens and burn the ship down.
Yeah, that's.
I was going to say while this conversation was going on, I'd have been pouring out my flask of oil, collecting any excess lamp oil around, and as we board the rowboat, I'll take my lamp, light it, and toss it behind us into
I
the boat.
think I think if you had like gas, like something to burn or some kind of liquid, Devana would have poured holy water, a vial in there, to hopefully help. So they maybe these vampires can swim. We don't know. Yeah.
Perfect.
As you're leaving, Red also looks at Sprout and says, quick thinking from Devana saved you from the worst, but I do understand you got bitten. And like you see she's looking at you like very like wildly and like very curiously, like kind of like giving you a once over, and just goes, by the end of the day, just visit my room once. I'll make sure there's nothing worse it did
Oh,
to
it's
you.
that kind of episode.
All right. uh, and as you guys start like rowing your way back, you hear Onslow kind of chuckles like, looks like we're giving this boat a bit of a send off. All right. And he turns the cannon and just takes a free pot shot at the ghost ship. And Eglet kind of like cheers, like, yeah, show that big boat what for, Cockman. And you you all managed to not get anyone infected on this little encounter.
Yippee!
And
That's a win.
yeah,
I
We're gonna
don't
remember
win.
this.
especially that following day, Red kind of gives you once over and asks if she can take a sample from you as well, just to see how it reacts to Aleshi. Yeah, you give a sample. She's like, she like thanks you, and you see like she opens, like you would notice this, like no one's like seen her kit before, but she pulls up like this bag. It has like a little box in it, and she opens it up. There's like different blood samples in there, and you see she takes out one of them and just puts a drop onto like the sample you gave, and then she just hovers her hand over it and she starts muttering an incantation as the leaf starts floating, and she just like looks at you and like nods like, this will take some time, but it is interesting to see that it's reacting to Aleshi at all. Thank you.
Sprout sort of wobbles closer to like look at it, like, huh? What is this thing doing? Why is it floating? I like it. It's colorful. What?
That is blood from a similar creature I had harvested some time ago, and I'm just seeing if it reacts the same way as this artificial vampires did,
Mm-hmm.
so I can figure out if their infection and their mode of transmission is the same as a regular vampires.
Well, it reminded me of when, I went into like the temple at some point, and like each step I took, I was like shriveling up.
Hmm. They were making
And then
things
it felt
from
really
waste.
warm in here. And I'm pretty sure I don't have, what do you call them? Organs.
I think it was trying to find organs and burning its way through anything that wasn't an organ.
It was like right here, and it like spread, and
Vampires.
then I felt weak, I think. That's the it's like when you try
Yeah.
and chop a tree, right? And it's like half done, but it's not really done, and it kind of hurts, but it doesn't really hurt. It's eh.
I think it was looking for the equivalent of a heart, because that's where the curse usually takes root.
Do
But
I have the equivalent of a heart?
you see, she kind of looks you once over and just goes, oh, you certainly do. It's just not the same as what another, as you would call, a flesh person would have. And she just puts her hand on your shoulder and just like
I
gives
think you
you like
mean fleshy.
band, uh, gives you a smile, and
What? Rice started that. What am I
I
bad?
know she didn't say that, but yeah, she puts her hand on your shoulder, just gives you a smile, and just goes, "But you seem fine right now. That's good. Just keep an eye on things. If you get those feelings again unprompted, come see me."
Okay, thank you. And Sprout is going to like look around and then like
Yes, Brad.
give a flower because
Yeah. She just
Sprout
like
is
kind of
being
smiles at
helpful.
that, and you see she like just puts it like basically like rests it against her like desk, and like you see she moves a mage hand and like just waters it a little, and she just like gives you a smile and just goes, you
Aww.
take care now. And
Sprout
after that,
wobbles
at
off.
one point, like Riss and Zelcian also fully detain you and give you a once over just in case you're like cursed in any way still, but you're fine. And after that, the party continues moving forward. Now Uh,
May we take a long rest, Tan? Or is something going to
yes,
happen
yes.
before we
You-
sleep?
You can easily take a long rest.
Devana would have also at one
Now
point
check.
try and find Jasper, but I don't know if we can do that whenever.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, that's what I was getting to. Like, as you like now again begin traveling, if anyone has conversations or downtime stuff, like we can like start tackling that one by one. So the one if you will find Jasper, probably
Yeah.
top deck. You see Dagon Jasper
I
working
will
to
be
make the ship
right
work.
back.
All right.
Restroom.
Yeah.
You see they're
Yeah.
working to make the ship work, and as you're walking up, Dagon just kind of looks at you and does one of these, like, oh, top of the morning to you.
Morning. I was actually hoping to talk to Jasper, but I mean, both of you could help. I'm just trying to piece stuff together, I guess, from what happened. Did you, by any chance, know where we were? Because I didn't see that.
Oh, well, the mode of transportation we took, we certainly learned.
Yeah, it was that was all. I mean, Dagon's friends doing.
And it gives you a smile.
But
And in your head, you hear, remember the agreement?
the man looks at him like, what friend?
You know, when you've been adventuring as long as Dagon has, you have contacts. You can find out information.
Inside check.
Roll insight, roll deception. You know the drill.
18.
Also 18. I don't know what happens
Roll
then.
it.
I mean, it's clear to you he's being vague, but you don't know why.
Okay. Yeah, I think then I would look between the two of them and go like, nothing dangerous, I hope? Don't owe anyone any new deals, debts.
Oh, most people owe me. It's fine.
It's not
Besides,
like-
the only danger we encountered that day was the cult itself. And that turned out fine.
Right, but so you didn't see where we went.
Oh, I did. Believe we were in the town of Miranda.
I'm assuming about they would Devana know where that is.
South coast. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Mhm.
You spent like the last few months when you were in Fandel looking at a map of the Sword Coast. So
Yeah, okay. I think they think Roman. I wonder why they're there.
Doesn't mean anything to you? No time spent around there, or?
No. No, never
It's
been.
kind of a shithole, really. It's a big town. There's a lot of religious worship here or there. There's a lot of contact with the nearby settlements. Beyond that, deals kind of average at best. Not a lot of fun jobs to take around there. It's a little too far from the coast for that.
It's on the border with the north, right? With the where all the demons are.
Northern mountains, yeah. That's where the castle Breckenridge is, and you see like off on the top deck, Tristan kind of just shivers.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try and figure out why there. I mean, it could be random, but I don't know. Anyway, and I think in that moment, Devana remembers something. And they look at Jasper and are like, "You were really generous with the temple on Reef Harbor, then, giving them a lot of money. Is that from like the party stack, or?"
Oh, it's just. You know how it is. People like stories, and the people of Phandalin were generous enough when we left to give me a little something.
Roll deception,
for
roll
sharing my stories.
And I'll say with advantage because Dagon also gives you the help action by chiming in and just being like, "Oh yeah, I mean he certainly was busy all those weekends every single time."
I didn't roll well,
Oh, that's
but
a
also.
natural 20. for
Okay,
27.
yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's a case where Devana doesn't fully trust it, but hasn't heard anything that's contradicting. Like, so they're like, okay, I'll accept this truth for now. But yeah.
Jasper
dude.
feels horrible at this moment as well.
Of course. He's just like, no more
You
secrets.
just like while Dagon put a hand on your shoulder in your head, you're just hitting. Just smile and wave. That's the conversation.
Yeah.
Like I told them they shouldn't have, but they wanted, and I mean, hey, at least it means my reputation's apparently growing, so
That's good.
it's a good thing.
Do you think? I mean, I have some money myself. Do you think there's any left when we're on shore? I think I need to look into like some armor and think maybe I maybe change your clothes or something. I don't know.
I mean, I have a set of studded leather that I no longer wear.
Yeah, the Van the Van doesn't have leather, but the Van does have doesn't have studded leather, but they do have leather. So like I think maybe plate might be.
Oh.
I think some people have. I mean, I think I heard your BC say it as well, but.
Well, I mean, we can sell that. I have a few other bits we can sell, and I have some money. Like, money won't be an issue.
I do know some fun shops and whatnot run Bulkard.
Oh, okay.
Make a whole day out of it. That'll be great. We can all get whatever we need, and we get
Yeah.
to do a little bit of sightseeing and take in any extra tidbits of information around town.
Yeah. I think that's good. I think we're going to need to maybe also look at maybe more weapons that help with undead creatures or something, or other items that do that.
We can't really keep sharing a magic weapon. It's not going to
Well,
not going to work out too well.
I think at this point you can probably keep it. I
mean,
I can.
weapons would be quite expensive there, I must say. It is a Navy-controlled place, so getting proper magical weapons, which are both powerful and above board, are one thing. I will say, though, if you're all right with it, I do know a couple of shops which might not be all the way above board, but for the right price, you can get all kinds of fancy new pieces of equipment and gear. I know just the spots.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Probably worth checking out. I mean, I know prices.
I mean,
I've
just
been through
because
the
some
roof
people call
for
it the
years.
black market doesn't mean that it's illegal.
Devon just gives him a look, like shakes their head, like, right. Well, we'll see. I don't know if we can afford to be too picky right now.
Exactly.
But yeah, just you can probably for now at least keep Lightbringer. And they'll just like wave a hand and they'll conjure like this rapier. That is like if I know the description quick. It's very it's quite pretty actually. It's like a purple kind of color, and there's like these tiny little rosebuds along kind of certain part of the blade. And they just hold it like, I think I might need some help learning how to properly wield it, but I think there's plenty of people here who can teach me their fighting styles.
Quite a trick.
Yeah.
If only I could get rid of mine the way I can summon it.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast comprehend languages on that. I want to hear what it says. Because I have a free comprehend languages that I can use.
Yeah. You hear that he said, "Yeah, the difference is I can eat that weapon and the wielder if you want. That'll hurt you the most, wouldn't it?"
The father goes to look at Chica and is like, that's not really nice.
You see Dagon's expression changes and he's just like, I told you, don't pay attention to what he says.
Well,
He says all kinds of garbage.
yeah, I wanted just to be in on the conversation.
If I listened to every single thing this fucker said, I wouldn't get anything done. That's why I just keep dipping him in the ocean every now and then. Clog him up here or there. Let him deal with it.
Yeah, well, I hope mine doesn't start talking. That would be
He's
disturbing.
not doing that with Dagon. Just dipping him in the ocean.
You can try.
While you're here, Devana, I did have a couple of things as well. No, it's fine, Dagon. You can stay.
And as you say that, he's like, "Oh, perfect. I was just gonna leave, but I'll take you up on your offer then."
I wondered if, when you were with this cult, whether you managed to glean any information out of them.
I mean,
I mean, do we know which entity we're dealing with, or?
so I asked for its name, but it said that it couldn't say it. I think it was something to do with the gods had taken its name or something. It was a bit confusing, but it sounded similar to what Ladarius said, that he used to have a different name, but it's not to be uttered anymore. I don't really get it. And Ivana will just sort of like share like the visions, mainly because me, the player, hasn't done notes on that yet, so I don't have to remember it now. But yeah.
Start sharing. Both of you also give me a perception check.
Nice.
What's that shifty little fucker doing?
Oh wait, me. Oh wait, hang on. Sorry. I need to.
It's a 21. I'm rolling with good dice today.
That's a 12. Not great.
Can you save the good dice for a fight, please?
No, we know that's not how I roll.
Jasper, you see, like, while the Vana's like explaining all of this, like down the stairs, like away from the helm, between the steps themselves underneath the stairs, you just see Riss
Oh,
looking
no.
up and just taking notes.
Devon already told him the whole
He
story.
just wants to listen to it again.
I love that. I love him so much. Oh.
Yeah, and you share everything, and Dagon's like, I mean, the gods always have some garbage they're doing. If it's a forgotten god or a dead god or something, I mean, probably wasn't very good at being a god then, right? I mean, he got killed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm most worried.
It's hard to argue with that.
I'm just most worried about the way my father was acting. I realize I've not seen him since I was like 7, but it's not. It was weird.
Not the most ideal of family reunions, but I'm sure it's fixable.
I hope so.
I mean, from what we observed while we were there, would we have gleaned that there was any kind of different level of control over the different people there, or not?
Check for the level of control, but you did clock that the father was definitely under some kind of enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll mention about the command failing as well on Debria. So there was clearly like something very strong magic there to stop that spell working.
Yeah. I'm also really worried about the fact that they have my amulet now. They said that it was needed for something.
Right, about that, last couple of days, have you heard the fucker again, since you don't have the amulet?
No. No.
Considering how quickly
I've
you
not.
jumped for it the second the amulet came off of you.
Yeah.
Strange, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I guess so. I've also not reached out yet. I mean, you said you wanted to be there, so I've been waiting, but I also not reached out yet to, I guess, my new patron.
Yes, on your can of worms, of course.
I don't know what the deal exactly is.
I will kind of fess up to knowing. Obviously, I didn't say it when you asked in front of everyone, but I do know a little bit about your new patron, as does our friend here. It's not exactly good, Tavana.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff from Megan. Yeah, I know.
It's going to require of you to do things that you've not done before.
I know. And I'll deal with it.
It's a tough one to help with. I mean, first time I cut a bitch was back when I was a kid, so let's just say my life has desensitized me to some of the uglier parts of my existence. And
Yeah.
the first time you're gonna run into that is gonna be tricky. At least it was whenever anyone would join our operation, some of the younger folk, and they would try to prove themselves, so to speak. There's
Yeah.
always a moment someone freezes.
I know. Uh, I I know. I'm trying to, I guess,
Hey, if you want to
mentally prepare.
practice beforehand, you can try stabbing one of us.
No, I'd rather
I'm
no.
you joke, Dagon, but
Oh, I wasn't
that's
kidding.
kind of what I was going to say. Is you know you can get through this without changing your principles.
But by what?
Well, just take from me when you need to
No.
satisfy the.
You see, Dagon turns to look at you and just like shakes his head at that, like, oh, I would advise against that one, because that itself will have a price. If your blood is the one being given to the ritual, then your soul is inexorably being tied to said ritual, meaning eventually you won't come back from those injuries, and eventually you will start losing pieces of yourself, and we will start forgetting those pieces of you as well, until we forget who or what Jasper Skylark even was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt
Offering a
you for it.
practice stab to get someone used to stabbing is one thing, offering to the ritual is a whole different thing.
Yeah. I appreciate the offer, but even if that whole thing wasn't the case, I'm not gonna hurt my friends. That's even worse. But I'll I'll figure it out. I'll get through it. I mean, only a couple months ago, I was still living in a quiet temple, and yeah, lot have changed. So I'm just trying
Then
to.
we're in a scuffle.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do, but now we've got your back.
I know. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to find good moments wherever I can, and I think Jasper and Dagan might have noticed that Devana often was up early, either watching the sunrise, but also in the evening, often watching the sunset, and often spent a lot of time on deck, just
So you'd
without
see both
vision.
of them during the shift changes a lot.
Yeah. No, but Devana's actually gone out like watching the sunset and then watching the sunrise. If it wasn't too early, but I think we're in summertime anyway. And just been doing a lot of just like trying to appreciate stuff around them. Would also have gone a lot of times like bringing people snacks or like checking in with people, and like they're really trying to occupy themselves. But yeah. Yeah. I'll,
Keep yourself occupied as much as you can in the interim time as you're traveling around. A couple other little developments happen over the journey. Uh, one is one day, Sprout, like, you're probably like some afternoon, you're in the kitchen making food for the whole crew. And as you basically like go to like reach into like the food stocks, you say, oh, they're empty, and you get confused a little. Like this, like one crate, you thought like it still had like fruits and stuff in it, and then you turn to your right on like the mess hall counter. You see a bunch of freshly pressed juice, like in a bunch of different glasses, and you see standing next to you in the kitchen, Sebastian.
huh? Okay.
Is going to get really excited when they see Sebastian. Like, oh, hello! Like,
As you say hello like that, he's just smiles and goes, "Greetings.
did you press the fruits?
I most certainly did.
Are there
I
any
was
leftover?
able
I
to
was going to
find.
make dessert, but that's okay if there's not
Oh,
because
I
I can make
already
it with
have.
chocolate.
And you see like this nice sweet like tangerine and cream pressed dessert.
Oh my god.
And you see he just like smiles at you and he just goes, I was able to gather enough energy to assist my master and all of you for at least a few days. I will be able to do
That is
my
very
duties
nice.
and services the way I always can, and it fills my heart with joy.
I am happy you're happy. That's what matters.
You are too kind with your words. Speaking of words, I do notice you are far more verbose than the last time we met.
Well, now that I have a mouth, I can actually talk and I can say what I think and and it's fun to say what I think because before I had to like spend all the time and I had like really pretty crayons that Yabisi gave me and I would write down, but it took a long time to communicate the message and I got tired of it.
I
Yeah.
am glad to hear you can converse.
It's still hard to converse because I don't understand a lot of things. And so half the time it feels like I don't know what the feeling is, but it's not nice and it's like in a little bit of my like in here like down a little bit and and it's not nice and and uh I don't know, I feel like I want to do things differently, but I don't know how and it's not pleasant.
You are a strange creature, and yet I will do what I can to ensure that feeling is driven as far away from you as the monsters should be as well. After all, there is something strange about you.
Really?
I feel a strange, reminiscent air of. I missed the word. Perhaps it's whimsy.
Whimsy.
There's something about you that is just oh so familiar. Even though you are not my master, I can't help but help you how I can.
It is possible that you may have met me in another body because like here's the thing how it works, right? You have the soul and you have the body. And I'm like a little tree. You put the little seed down and then it sprouts out and then the body grows. But at some point it shrivels up because it's a plant. And then you plant the seed again and poof, another one. So I don't know how much I've been alive.
Oh,
I'm
I've
not
never
sure.
remembered one such as you in any of your lives. It is something about the very nature of your being that stirs some memory deep within me.
Maybe it's the mother tree where I sprouted out from.
You see, he just smiles at that and goes, the mother tree, you say? You say the most curious of things, young sprout.
I was
Perhaps we
told
can
that
see
before,
this
but
tree
I'm not
one
sure
day.
what it. I have to go see it again as well. Because here's the thing there's a voice in my head. And, well, not in my head. It only talks when I try and sleep. But I don't really need sleep. I just sleep so I can talk to it. And I named him Hazelnut. And, and, he said that he is somehow connected to like my memories, but at the same time, that reminds me, I wanted to meet him and I forgot. I had to ask him some things. Oh. Anyways, thank you for cooking. You're far better at cooking than me.
And again, you see a tear go by. You wound me with such praise. I am
What do
honored
you
beyond
mean?
all comprehension. I only do my duties, and you know it. However, I will help you in whatever I can. And I hope we go see this tree together one day. because perhaps in the future our interests may align completely, and I will do whatever I
You need them.
can to aid you in this endeavor. And if it is food you need, cooked food, I shall cook. And for the next 2 to 3 days, the entire crew gets delicious feasts while they're out at sea.
Yay.
Oh my god.
Like all kinds of like rare exotic fish is being caught magically and is being cooked perfectly in these like unique dishes from all over.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
But
And
Every
yeah,
everyone-
time
that
Sebastian
does
shows up.
remind me. That does remind me of the fact that I did want to talk to Hazelnut because I want to test the
Yeah.
theory out.
And wha- but yeah, before we get there, also, one of those days you also hear some weird sounds coming from like lower decks and stuff, and
Oh no. fucking.
apparently Sebastian did some stuff, and you go to
It's
the lower
fucking.
decks, and no, you go to the lower decks and you see there's new rooms here.
Oh my
What?
god. New rooms?
Wait, why?
You
How?
Yeah, also how?
you
So I go
feel
down and there's
weird
new
on the
rooms.
ship, and you see that looking overboard, the ship's bigger. While
Put
everyone
your
was
board.
Oh my
sleeping,
god.
something happened. There's another floor to the ship, essentially, like another level to it.
Can he
And
get attuned to the ship as well? Like not just the mansion. Is he not connected to the
you
ship as well?
you see there is a basically like a relaxing lounge room that has been made inside the ship itself.
Oh my
It's not
god.
very big, it's modest, but it's very nicely floored. It has like carpeted rugs. It has its own fireplace, which just kind of like breaks out into a chimney to the side of the ship.
What the fuck?
Not like a chimney
Is
chimney, but
that
it's just
even
like an outlet.
safe?
It
Is it
is not
even safe to
safe.
have a ship out of?
However, it is very well guarded. And you
Oh
see
my
there's also a
god.
small music room with different instruments
Oh,
and stuff. And
Oh my god.
it's just kind of like it been set up there with like a piano, violins, all kinds of stuff.
yeah.
Uh, you see there is a small prayer room. There is a small meditation room. There is a sparring room. And
What has this
Jasper, he
man
made you a
done?
proper captain's quarters
Oh my god.
Uh,
with like its own like nice bed, a little display case, a couple of like fineries in there, a desk, and your own like like those side balcony things ships have on the captain's quarters. One of
Oh
those.
my
Uh,
god.
all of
yeah.
the mess hall things have been like reworked into like a finer looking dining area, which has been reinforced so it doesn't like fall around while you're at sea. Uh, all of your cooking utensils have been upgraded, and the helm, mast, everything just has more embellishments on it. Like it's been polished nicely. It has a couple of like metal inlays on it and stuff. So while you're using them, they
Uh,
just feel nice.
Wait,
is
is
there
there?
is there a place where Sebastian is at the moment?
Sebastian is gone.
Oh,
Oh, I wanted to give him a gift to thank him.
Is there also
Uh,
a because Devana has Devana is absolutely the kind of person who lets their dog sleep in their bed, so Narcissus has been like,
Oh yeah,
but
100%.
is there like
Yes,
a dog bed or something?
yes,
Because that's
yes,
what I
100%.
wanted.
I think like after the music room, at a certain point when it's Tristan is not on shift,
Mhm.
he's gonna invite Tristan to hang out in the music room and play some music.
Yeah, he'll pick you up
Um,
on that.
and I think while they're playing, at a certain point, Ubisi's going to ask, "Do I make you uncomfortable?"
And you see, like in the middle of playing, like like a sharp, like off-pitch note, like as he fucks up, as he hears the question, and he like looks over, like, "Huh? What? Why would you say that?"
I don't know. I've like any follower of Pan, like I've just playfully flirted with you a couple of times. and you're always blushing or reacting as if I'd done something scandalous. If it upsets you, I can stop. I mean, if you
You
prefer
see
women and
very
I'm making you
loudly.
uncomfortable, I
He
can.
very loudly just says, "No, no, don't stop." I mean, what I mean is that I mean when it's I don't find it uncomfortable. It's I mean I just don't know what to say when you do that.
Is it my age?
No, I I don't know what to say because I'm well. It's weird, but I've spent most of my life living in a castle, and then I made my way, started doing shows and adventuring. I never really had the time to learn some things. And when
Oh,
someone like you says something like that, I I might be a bard, but
oh,
someone like
I
you leaves me at a loss for words too, you know.
well, did you not have any fellow companions as a prince? That's
Again,
a
I keep
thing
telling
humans
you,
do, apparently.
I'm not a prince. I'm just the young son of a noble house that lives completely cut off from most of the world. But no, my house was a strict place. They didn't even
Oh,
let me learn about my father or any of that. That's why I ran. I told you, like that's why I ran from there because I couldn't do anything I wanted. I didn't get the chance to be an adventurer. I didn't get a chance to be a hero. I didn't even get a chance to learn about my own parents. And well, in a house like that, some things which might be common to other people a little too inappropriate for a noble son.
oh, I understand. Um, well, I'm. I think that you're incredible.
Again, just
You're a
full
talented
blush running across
musician,
his face.
and I heard, and I know you don't believe it, but it's true. Your hand speaks through you. We share a kinship. I think one of the reasons why I've kept it to playful flirting is because a couple of things, if I may be honest. You're not going to live very long. It's not going to feel that way. Your life is exciting and passionate and wonderful. And eventually, you're going to take everything you've learned with us and you're going to go back and be a great leader. And I don't know if I'm going to get to be a part of that.
Oh, you basically.
I live a very long time. If we survive this, I've lost a lot of people, but on the other hand, I am very lonely. And I don't want either of us to be hurt.
See, he looks up at you and just goes, I don't even know if I want to be that person who goes back and becomes a leader. I don't know if that's even me. I, I'm only now starting to figure out what I want to do, really. Like, I know I enjoy performing, I know I like music, I know I am a good bard and I can be a better bard. I've been enjoying adventuring, even with these horrible things happening. I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself, and that's all I ever wanted to do, help people by being a hero. Making a legend, yeah, but at the end of the day, I only get to do that if I help the people. And everything I've seen you do, you've been doing the same thing. You might live far longer than me. And if anything, if I were to even help you forget that loneliness, even for a little bit, would you be willing to be okay with that, knowing that it will end only one way? You will have to live on after that, if we, of course, live through all of this, but that's something for you to decide. I mean, you've been saying all kinds of nice things to me, you've been complimenting me. It's amazing. It's also different from how other people compliment me, and I like it. I wouldn't want you to stop that. And
I
if
feel
you,
so impatient about everything. So many of us have almost died. I've almost died. And it makes everything seem so bright and precious. Is this what it's like to be human?
I mean,
To only have a limited time? Because it's
I
beautiful
think
and
in
scary.
in your own way, you also have your own limited time. It might be longer than mine, but it's similar. And you're not gonna die anytime soon, UBC. I've already seen what you are. You are a hero. I have been trying to be one. I've been trying to live up to the few pieces of stories I've heard about my father, about other legends and heroes. And I know for a fact that I've considered your name on that list as well for people I wish I was more like. And if you're feeling impatient, I mean, I'm just 5 steps away from you right now.
And I think UBC is just going to move forward with like all of the energy he normally reserves for battle and take Tristan's face in his hands and he's going to kiss him
See,
with
for a moment, just like as you're walking up, he gets like scared and like flinches a little. And as you like grab his face, he fully turns beet red. And then you share a kiss. And as you part away, he looks at you and goes like, "Oh, well, that certainly happened." God, we're in the music room. What if someone else came in?
well,
Oh, oh.
then perhaps you should lock the door.
Uh, and like he's just like, and we're gonna fade to black from there. And
Oh, what's in this episode?
Look, we
this
almost
is
died.
just a
God.
shit episode.
I feel like UBC laid all the cards on the table.
We
Literally,
should change the
Jesus
episode name
Christ!
to
Yeah.
A Ship of Ships.
Oh my God.
So good.
Yeah,
Uh,
ship of ships. Holy shit.
Thank you,
And
Jasper, for giving me the freedom to have my Tristan romance. 'Cause there was this big wall of Jasper right in front of Tristan, and Jasper was
and
like,
God.
"No, be free."
at some point later on, a very funny Uno reverse situation would happen where uh, Dagon would be trying to like try the door on the music room and be like, who the fuck locks the music room? And then he would like stop for a second. He's like, never mind, and just walking ahead.
So funny.
uh, Speaking of which, during this downtime, while people are traveling around, Divana, if Dagon were to knock on the door multiple times through this journey, would Divana open the door?
If anyone knocks on their door, they're like, like they're not
No,
really.
meaning
Yeah,
that
no,
if
I get
Dagon
it.
is-
No, I
Yes,
get it.
yes,
But like,
yes.
just opens the door every time. But whether or not, I think.
Doesn't always get invited in.
Well, no, I think no. I feel like it. No, I feel.
Upstairs, what's going on?
No, I feel like it's a lot of times where it's obviously Dagon would knock under certain intentions, and Van being completely like not getting that, but would have maybe. I think actually the
Would also be showing up just to also like spend time as well.
yeah, but I think the first time actually that comes up, I think they might actually want to talk about that because I think that's it is a thing for them. So I don't know exactly what would have happened, but I feel like the moment they would have. I feel like the moment it would have become clear that that was sort of like his intention. I think they would have tried and just talk to him about it because I don't want to. I think they just wanted there to be clarity, kind of, about what's going on. And I think they would have. I think they would have just taken a moment to sit him down, and just. 'Cause I'm almost trying to figure out how to best word this. I think I would have just taken him down and just gone like, listen, I'm not like rejecting you or anything. Not like. I just need more time with these things sometimes, and it's there are a couple of issues. I think the most important one is that I'm not quite comfortable in my body, as it were. I'm not multiple reasons. I honestly I'm. No surprise to anyone. A little insecure, self-conscious. I don't often like what I see in a mirror, but there's also a level of I've told you that I'm not how to explain. I'm not when we met. You often called me Miss Ivana, and that's not quite right. I don't feel, I guess, female in such a way, but I also definitely don't feel male. I think it's sometimes somewhere in the middle, sometimes a bit towards one side, but it does sometimes mean that that my body doesn't always feel the way, I guess, like it doesn't feel like it's mine, and I find it difficult to, I guess, open up to other people. That, and I always feel like I just need to, I don't know, I need to be closer to someone. I've known someone for a longer time before I can even take that step. Does any of that make sense?
You see, like through all of that, like, I'd imagine they were kind of like, looking away every now and then. And like, you'd see that he has just been like staring down and like listening very quietly. And when you ask that, he very like softly puts a hand over your hand and just goes, I mean, that totally makes sense to me. I mean, I have known you for a few months. I did have a certain amount of an idea, but it certainly also helps having the full picture, so to speak.
Hmm.
And it's fine if you feel that way. If anything, if there's anything I can do to make that discomfort feel a little more comfortable. Well, as it were, at your disposal regarding that.
Yeah.
And beyond which, however much time you need. As I've
Yeah.
told you before, you're here to stay, and so am I. It's not like taking longer makes us miss any opportunities.
Hmm. Yeah.
Anything
I
makes the wait all the more sweeter.
I think they look really relieved. I think this is something that's been. I mean, they've had a relationship before with someone else, and that was also a very big kind of threshold to get over. And to have to do it again is very difficult. But it looked very relieved. And like, right, well, I'm glad. Thank you. As for what you can do, I don't know. I am. If something comes up, I'll flag it. I think I do really enjoy just spending time and being close. But yeah, I just need to, I guess, also just work on my confidence. Maybe I mean, I remember when we met, you gave me a compliment, but honestly, whenever people compliment my appearance or something, it doesn't land. I don't know, but I'm working on that.
I have been known to throw compliments around here or there. I've been known to be a decent compliment to myself. So if anything, I'll do what I can to work on that confidence of yours from my end. By the time I'm done, I am quite confident myself that you will be confident in yourself.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'll keep working on that. That's also kind of why I wanted to, when we're on land, go get some change of clothes, see if maybe. I mean, and that sort of like gesture though, they've always been wearing often like very like basic plain thing, like very, and also very like bagging to just essentially hide themselves. And they're like, I mean, first of all, this blue. I mean, if you're gonna have blood, it's gonna stain. So maybe something red. But yeah.
I can get you something sharper for sure.
Yeah.
And starting on my promise right now, I do believe it will look rather fetching.
they just go red. They're like, right. Thank you. And they'll just like sort of, I guess, sort of like eventually just lean against him and we'll give him a kiss and be like, thank you.
And he goes, gotta start having a lot more of those now, especially while we're out at sea.
Yeah.
If anyone brings up any questions, we'll see how it works.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with people knowing, but.
Oh, great. And you see, he like just gets
Oh,
up
no.
and he's walking away, and he's just like, "Oh, Jasper!"
No.
And Jasper, that same day, same moment, you would have gotten some very stark news of what's been happening the past week.
I feel like this is revenge from Dagon. For what I was going to say was when you said about the captain's quarters, I will have used illusory script to have it say captain's quarters, but every time Dagon looks at it, what it actually says is "fuck you, Dagon."
He would have come up and he would have been like, "Well, who knows? By the way, congratulations on your new quarters. Looks like we both have new quarters coming up soon.
Hate this. Oh no.
And on
That is
that
just
note, we're gonna go for a
foul.
break.
Yes,
Oh
let's.
Yes.
My favorite thing has happened, which is Steve wasn't here and everyone got horny.
Oh
Y'all have
Oh,
issues.
but yes,
Yeah.
we will be back in about 15 20
Yeah.
minutes with more ship travel and maybe even reaching their destination. We shall
Maybe you'll
see.
reach your
Ay,
destination.
ay, ay,
Yeah.
ay,
See, yeah.
Alright.
Yes, we will be back soon.
Bye.
Hello, hello, we are back. Last we left off, we were doing some downtime stuff, and a couple of conversations happened between some of the PCs and NPCs, and a couple of other things happened between a few PCs and NPCs. And yeah, from there, moving forward again, time has been passing, you've all been traveling, and wait, I have to roll for Yathandra real quick. Not Yathandra.
I was gonna say, what?
I just wrote
What?
I just wrote
No.
yes in my notes, so I was like, oh yeah, wait, that's what it means.
Okay. Whew.
Yeah, I
okay.
was like, what's going on?
She got a 21 on Arcana, which is decent. That is good. So your engine does not fuck up. It is going strong. After that, let's see. Mhm. Sprout, is there anything you wanted to do in the downtime? You're muted.
Talk to Hazelnut. I have a thing I want to try.
Yes. Okay, hold
How are
on.
you
I'll put
gonna try
myself
to
on
talk to
mute.
Hazelnut?
Huh?
Don't like how you ask that.
How are you gonna attempt to talk to Hazelnut?
Yes. Sprout is gonna go to sleep and.
Okay. Roll me a religion check.
Oh, you woo me. What's my religion?
You're a cleric.
Well, actually. 18. Somehow. What?
18. All right. Yeah, you focus in and you can just close your eyes and lie down, and once again you find yourself floating, swimming all at
Yippee.
once as you see around you the endlessness of just this blue purplish energy just cascading out from you and everything around you. A couple of rocks flying overhead, and in the distance like silhouettes of other creatures you can't fully place as well.
Okay.
And you hear, you, we've we've met before, yes.
Do you not remember?
I do. I'm unsure of many things, but you are familiar. Nothing else
No.
feels familiar.
Can I show like the little
Yeah,
oak leaf? Maybe that helps.
and like the voice shifts, and it's just like, I know you, right? Yes, yeah, I definitely know you. My head's been a little messed up, but I know that we're on the same side, right?
I even gave you a name. I had named you Hazelnut. I'm kind of
Name,
sad to know that you were not
name.
doing well.
And after a bit, you again hear, name. Yes, that is what you were calling me. Sprout.
Yeah, okay. You do remember. I'm sorry. We didn't reach the tree yet. I promised I would reach the tree, but I but it's kind of far, so it's hard to do so.
Until how long it's been since we last spoke? Has it been a millennia? Or has it been a day?
No, months at max. I think. I think last time we spoke, I yeah, last time we spoke was a little bit after I had went in to save my friend, and I started shriveling up, and you got scared, so you whooped me in a portal, and then I grew.
Yes. Apologies. I cannot quite place how long anything takes anymore. This
That's
place
okay.
is
I'll do
strange.
this. Next time I'll bring a calendar, and then we can like look over it together, and then I can like uh you know do you want a clock? I can bring you a clock.
I don't believe clocks would be of much use in a place without time.
Oh, I don't know, this place had no time. That's interesting. Right. I came here because I wanted to test something out.
Mm,
So I thought that someone who used to be my friend was my friend, but it may have been that that person isn't really my friend. And I'm scared I may have done something. So I was wondering if it's possible you could, like, because you have this really cool powers and stuff, look through my brain and, like, well, brain is a lot of thing to say, but like my memories, and look through it and see what happened.
mm, I don't know if I can, but I can try. And I will ask you this: what are you trying to make him look through?
I'm trying to make him look through what, like, genuinely what went down with the master, so to speak, Sprout's master, because if he could look through my memories before and see the tree, I want to see if he knows why that man looked so scared, what Sprout done, and why, it, why did Sprout think that like the even if like when Sprout was following this man around, what was it like? Like, did the man at some point warm up to him or not, or did Sprout just constantly, you know?
Hmm. Okay. Uh, I'll say for this, it would be, yeah, just give me a flat intelligence roll.
Oh, what's my intelligence? Oh fuck. Please
With your crit.
give me the law. Let me know what happened to my baby.
Wait, what did you roll?
Not 20.
All right.
We're
Of
gonna start
course you
writing.
did. Why do I do these things? Uh, but yeah, uh, you feel almost like this instinctual connection form for a moment, and you can tell this person is kind of brushing through these memories, and you're seeing them again as well in your head,
Right.
and you see the same scene again. Firstly, where you're at the tree, this person is asking you to, like, like basically like very defensively, like backing off, and this person turning around and running, and you start thinking to yourself, oh, I need to follow him, and you start following him. But through the entire journey, this person is yelling, stop, please, no, leave me alone, and saying things like, it was a mistake, I promise I'll never come here again. I just heard that we were told that this place had treasure. We were told this place had secrets. We were just trying to find out what it was. We didn't know. We didn't know. And you're just slowly thung 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 following wordlessly.
Mhm.
Uh, da, 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 da. And essentially, as you're doing that, you get a better view of things around you in this time around. It's less of a flash of a vision. This is actually a recollection now, and
Mm.
you see, yeah, like verdant trees, woods, and all. You can tell this is Sylvanus Glade.
Mhm.
Uh, you even see other creatures here in the distance. They haven't done anything, but you see, like, centaurs, satyrs, eladrin, all sorts of different, like, semi-fey folk. And as you're chasing, you would hear a voice call out from behind you saying, Mellow, do not go too far. It will break your bones. And another voice, like, being like, Oh, I think he'll be fine. He's old enough now. And another, like, third voice being like, Yes, it's time they learn that we do need to protect these woods. And you keep chasing, and this person runs past you behind some trees, and you can see these giant trees begin to lumber and move as you see these, like, ants essentially, like, begin to, like, get roused from their slumber. And these, like, very horrifying crunches are heard as, with a yelp, you no longer hear this person screaming or running or anything. And you just stop moving. You stop moving and are wondering to yourself, oh, where did he go? Will he come back? If he comes back, I can follow him again. And you stand there, waiting, waiting, waiting. And
Do I are there memories of the people who called out my name?
yeah, certainly. You see, two of them are these creatures that feel so familiar to you, but you can't recognize them for the life of you. It's these, like, kind of humanoid looking forms. You see, they have, like, two sets of eyes, uh, kind of lavender colored skin, long, pointy, like elven like ears, uh, a pair of, like, fairy wings coming out of their back, and wearing, like, very simplistic, just like flowing, like, almost leaves and flowers. And you see another person standing next to them, very similarly dressed, a little more adorned in some ways, but about the same. You also see the third person who had called out, like, oh, you need to learn thing. That person looks like this Harangon, like a rabbit folk. And she seems to be wearing, like, very, like, light armor, has, like, a bow slung over her shoulder, has a couple of, like, scratches and stuff on her. And she was looking at you in a very, like, protective but, like, cautious way, like, "Ki, oh, don't go too far, like, just try to keep an eye on you." And while you were waiting here, there's another part of your memory you didn't realize you forgot: why you started walking again, why you started to leave the woods. And it was very simple. While you were standing in those woods, through the roots, the giant ancient roots of this forest, you heard something speak. And it is just like that one voice you heard when you had the other dream, where you were at the bottom of the tree as a young sprout. And it's that same voice going, I think it's time for you to start moving, young sproutling. I would hate for anything to happen to you, but I am desperate and I need your help. My friend needs your help, and he is the only one who can help me as well. Bad things are coming again. I feel it. I feel it within the grass, within my roots. I feel it amidst the people around. And when these things occur, everyone, not just these woods, we will all need help. You will need help. These kind people have kept you safe for so long, and I am thankful to them. And I need you now to keep them safe in return. So please, go. Help my friend. He is not what he used to be. He is broken. He is fractured. And yet he is the only reason I even have a voice. I would have perished long ago or become something far worse if it weren't for him and his sacrifices. His fractures, they are many. His memories are splintered. His self is fading. I need to do this, young sprout. Find its pieces. Find these fractures and make them whole. Because we need him to be whole. I need him to be whole. I do not know what these fractures are like or what they're capable of, but they will be powerful and they will resist at first, but you must convince them, no matter what, that this is for the greater good of all. I know this will be tough. The world outside is dangerous and vast. And for your actions, there will be repercussions. I am sure there are those who will resist and those who will even cry out and call you horrible, horrible things. They might swear vengeance upon you. There will be many who despise you for this. But it is the only way, even if it leads to some suffering. It is how we must protect. We must suffer for the future. And that is how you had started to walk. What happened next was the unavoidable part, which was when you got your mission and started walking in a direction. The moment you left the outer edges of the woods and your connection to the roots broke, you were still frail and weak and young. And that lack of connection did something to you. Breaking away from that, it splintered you in a way, as you splintered off from the woods, and part of your own self, your memories got splintered and left behind until now.
So instead of like this is Rice speaking now, trying to.
Yes.
So instead of that one master, it was actually those three who took care of me instead. Well, sort of.
Yeah, so essentially the woods took care of you, and those people seem to be like
Part of the
people
woods.
of higher position within those woods.
Oh, in the
And
woods.
they
Okay.
were very like almost, parentally being very protective over
Uh-huh.
you.
Okay. Yeah, that okay. Oh no. Fuck. That's fun. Okay. Yeah, safe to assume this person I have to put together is Hazelnut. Fun.
And
So yeah,
you see that he also knows now. Hazelnut knows. And you just hear him go, "These visions. You are looking for someone?"
uh, I was yeah, but I think I may have gotten the story wrong. Um, it feels odd to think that everything I know was a lie. This is also a really tummy feely sort of feeling, and I don't like it. I seem to have it a lot now, and it's not pleasant. But it's nice to see that I actually got to the person I was supposed to look for. I
Hmm.
guess. Um, I wasn't taught how to deal with negative emotions yet. I'm not sure how to take this.
You feel them. That is all you can do. You feel them. You understand what they are. And then you move ahead. You keep
Yeah, but the
forging
problem is
ahead.
they contradict each other, right? Because um, like it, I was told to sit, so I sat, obviously. But like at the same time, there's that tummy feeling again. Like I should have actually gotten up instead. And then I like and the fleshy people are so they're so fragile, and it's so hard to help them. And it's like, how am I supposed to know unless they're bleeding that they're hurt? And it's odd, and it's stressful, and it's like, eh, I don't like. It's so easy when you have a tree, right? You just water it, and you can see that it's broken. But then we people, they also have like the 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 soul, and they feel and they cry, and I don't know how to make them feel better, and I'm sad, but at the same time I'm trying my best. It's so
And it's
complicated.
and as he's speaking again, the voice shifts to the gruffier one, and he's like, "I mean, as long as you're doing your best, the people that matter will appreciate it for that. You're doing your best, and those that
I
matter will
guess.
know that, and those that matter will do the same for you. Doesn't matter if they're
But
flesh,
that's the
leaf, or
scary
bark."
part. That's the scary part, right? Because they're so fragile. Like they fall once and it hurts.
That is all
Or
life, young one. All life
uh,
is fragile, even yours.
I guess so. I used to think that I was sort of like a plant, you know? But then I got the feeling when when that thing, whatever it was, vampire thing bit me, like it was sucking me out of me, sort of. It's supposed to suck blood, but it was sucking like and then I felt warm, and then I felt weak. I did not like feeling weak. It made me feel scared. And it's like, uh, they say this is part of growing up and shit, but I'm not even sure if it's like the soul is changing or the body is changing, or like what is happening when you end up having more thoughts. And I'm confused, and it's hard, and it's scary, but now I have another mission, which is helping you out, and I have to help my friends out. And it's
Well, you're gonna help me?
say that again because it was really quiet.
You will help me?
Of course I'm going to help you.
Do not know the complexities of what you feel. I barely feel at this point.
Guessing at this point I can feel big enough for the both of us. Though I don't want to tell Yabisi about this because he's going to lecture me. And last time I had to sit in the kitchen for 3 hours. And it wasn't that fun.
All I can tell you is this, child. Your worries, they will be fleeting. There are those, as you say, around you who will help you through these worries. You are not alone. And then your mark kind of like hums and glows a little. And you will never be alone. Because that is the gift you gave me.
I don't think I've given anything yet. I only gave you I made you do something for me actually instead of the other way around, so I should be thanking you because that's good manners. Or so your BC says.
You ended my eons of solitude and oblivion by simply reaching out over and over again. Now you.
I mean, I guess, but that's only part of it because I have to find little parts of you and collect you like berries, right? And then you put them and make them hold like a berry pie, right? And with each bite, you'll feel better.
The voice is quiet in confusion.
It makes sense, right? Because they're little fragments. So if I want to put the fragments together, you gotta cook it together.
You just
So
hear
it's
it
like a
go.
pie.
Fragments. Ah, pieces.
I did
Don't
say
have
you're
too many of
fragmented.
those left.
Do you know where they are? It will help if you have the map. I can't read it, but I
I
know
don't
people
even know
can.
where I am.
Uh, Wait, no, I'm not supposed to say that. Jasper said it's a bad word. Uh, uh, okay. Is there maybe this leaf thingy can help me like a compass? You know, it tells me when I get closer. Would it resonate or something? You're better at magic than I
You
am.
literally hear the response, which is just, it resonates in my presence. I'd imagine it does the same in my presence, regardless of what part of my presence it is.
Okay, so I have glowy compass on my hand. I can work with that, I guess. I think.
And hold on. I will do what I can to aid you. And you feel your mark kind of glow, and it like fully forms into like this, singular oak shaped leaf, and like little like vines start to like grow around that mark and begin
Okay.
to like cover your wrist. And
Ooh,
you, hold on, where is it? You can cast a spell once a day with that.
what spell?
It is Guardian of Nature.
Oh, fuck.
It is a fourth level spell. You can cast it once a day without using a spell slot.
Uh, Guardian of Nature.
Indeed.
I don't even know how to add this. Oh, well, no.
Just
Uh,
know what the spell is, and you'll have to like use it manually, essentially.
yeah, I'm going to add it to some extra notes or something because
Yep. It's a
oh,
fun spell. It's a self buff in case you get surrounded again.
Guardian of Nature. I can't. Huh.
Mm. Take on other aspects of the forest now.
Oh my god.
Mm. And yeah, uh, with that, like you kind of get shunted out, and Then at the same time, probably like around night, uh, Jasper, while you're just sailing the ship, helming it, like you're kind of alone on top deck, and
Yeah.
you feel like a gust of wind hits you, and you kind of like just brace it, and like you start looking forward, and you see on the same gust a singular black feather, kind of reflecting against the moonlight, just kind of like flowing with it, and on the wind, you just hear the words, "Time draws near, my champion. Time where all this mockery, this blasphemy to death shall come to a head. And when that time arrives, I must ask you once more, will you lend your hands and blade?"
I I don't think I can say no, can I?
My champion, you can always choose.
I have much to accomplish, but I will be there when you call.
I will not need to call. I fear in the threads that I see, your path shall entangle with this soon enough on its own. When it does, I hope that you are not severed short. I hope you stand tall, you stand proud, and I will do what I can to ensure that fate has more in store for you.
Do you know how soon this thing comes?
It will not be immediate, but in the coming months, as I see a cold, distant, and lonely place, shrouded in darkness and blood. A fire, green and pale, burning sickly in the distance. I not say more. You can already influence your threats. If I say more, some things that need to pass shall not come to be. In that cold, lonely place, I see you making a final stand. Do not know how that battle will end. However it does, it shall dictate the outcome of many battles to follow afterwards.
I'm going to have to make myself ready.
Indeed. I can aid you in this. I can accelerate your growth, make you reach the places you would in the future immediately. Cost is a dire one. To burn through one's life, it shall shine bright, but only for a moment.
moment
It's your
by
choice.
your perspective or mine? That's the question.
Moment felt fleeting for you and me. You do not have to decide immediately. This is still on the distant horizon. If you do choose to garner more aid, I can provide it. And I am sorry I cannot provide it under more cheerful of circumstance.
I feel like if I need to ask that of you, it will be worth the price. The
Rest
need
well.
is that dire. The price has to be high.
Rest well, champion. I wish you fortune in the battles to come. And yeah, your connection breaks. Was that? Oh,
Very soft. Your audio
oh
again.
no,
But
it
no,
happened.
no,
I
no,
got it
it's
all.
back now. It's
We
back
keep
now.
dipping in and out.
You've been doing it also, but I cannot fix it. I don't know how to fix it. So. But you're in and out. But you were audible. So it's fine.
Okay, we take it. But yeah, the connection was there, and you were left to sail the nighttime waters in solitude, with a few more things to consider. And I will also ask, Ivana, are you trying to reach out to your patron?
Yeah, there would have. I mean, there would have been a couple things that we don't have to roleplay during the whole boat. So, because they
Yes.
would have spent time with Nedra nurses. They would have asked several people to help them or to teach them to fight. So that would have been Jasper, Dagon, Jabisi, probably Eglif. But 5 minutes into that, they were like, okay, that's actually maybe not what I'm looking for.
That's a little too high level to start on.
Yeah. So I feel
It's a little
that-
too advanced.
Yes, I feel like they would have asked different people if only to sort of figure out like what's their style. But then yeah, they would have asked Dagon to obviously help with reaching out. Would have also extended the invite to Jasper, but obviously if Dagon's there, Jasper is there. So like it's not really but yeah.
In which case, you're using your packed weapon to train, right?
Sorry, what? Yeah, to train.
Using your
Yeah.
packed weapon,
That's what they're looking.
Okay, cool. With your packed weapon, just give me an attack roll.
Yes. I think it's just the regular rapier. There's nothing, no bonuses, right, for that?
Yeah, if it's just base packed, then yeah, it would just be.
Yeah.
rapier.
1 sec.
Yeah, but don't you
No.
use your charisma bonus if you have Pact of the Blade instead of your
No, that's
dexterity
Hexblade.
bonus?
Well, that's a whole 4. So like.
That's Hexblade. Pact of the
uh,
Blade does not give charisma mod.
no, but that was a
okay.
whole 4. So clearly, Van needs
Yeah.
to practice a lot.
4 total.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 on the die. I got a +2. That's literally it.
Alright.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, no, it's a slow process.
Yeah.
Holding the sword up straight, not quaking. Because basically the first time you point your sword in a spar towards, let's say, like Dagon, you would have felt just your hand quiver for a second, seeing like this just lethal weapon pointed
Yeah.
towards like an ally, and that is serving as a bit of a roadblock for you still.
Yeah, it
Like,
just
You're able to do the exercises, but whenever you are pointing it at a person,
Yeah.
you're finding that like moment of hesitation every time, and every single time he is obviously not using cheek, he's using a practice sword, and he always, like, the second he sees you do that, he just hits you with like the blunt end like on his shoulder,
Yeah.
and like, that could have been your head.
Sorry.
No, keep going. We'll see how many times I have to take your head off until you learn to defend it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like you start working on that like over
Yeah.
time. It's a slow,
Yeah.
arduous process, but you're getting there.
Yeah, I would have done the same with your BC and Jasper as well, and trying to
Yeah.
get them to teach.
Yeah.
Yeah. but then
Yeah, I'm
eventually.
notoriously good with a blade. I put into something that ate it.
Yeah, and then it broke also, I think, in the abyss, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's a great
Yeah.
swordsman. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. then you
Also,
can check out-
also during the journey, at one point, Devana would have told everyone about like the pact and like what it entails. If only so everyone's like on the same page about what the potential of that. If we can
Looks
potentially, we
quite
can.
scared about it.
Yeah, we can. If
And-
maybe next session, if you're back, we could potentially have that as a group conversation. In case anyone wants to weigh in, but that is something that they. Yeah. Yeah.
And Zelstein also would look very perturbed by the nature of this pact.
Oh, and speaking of risk, Devana will also have spent time reading the books that were given and doing the little study group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be much bigger when we have the group thing, but just to give you the group
Yeah.
something, your BC is just gonna get a look of concern and put his, his big arms on your shoulders, but like very gently, and it's just gonna look Devana straight in the eye and it's gonna say, "It's gonna be okay. I promise you, I will do everything in my power to fix this. I know it's not my responsibility, but you've become my sister. And I love you, Devana. And there's nothing wrong with you. But I want you to be safe, and this is darkness. Okay, as somebody who's taken a life, I will be there for you after. But Kelpie and Pan and my belief in them and in you are powerful. And Rose is a kind and forgiving goddess. I'm in your corner. Never forget that."
I think you see, as you mentioned, Rose, there's a small kind of brief moment of like a flinch because they've not been able to contact, but we'll absolutely look at the beach and like, thank you, I appreciate that. And I love you too, UBC, thank you.
And I'm just gonna give her like a big hug
Yeah.
to let her know that,
Yeah, it does
I'm
help.
not you.
Yeah, it does help knowing that it does generally help knowing there's so many people like around them that can support. I don't think that's something. I think that's something they haven't ever had before. They've not been one to have a lot of friends. So yeah, that definitely means a lot. Also, regarding the study group with Riz, because I've been meaning to do this and I don't think we'll ever get to it because there's so many things going on. They would have wanted to include Siaka and Zelsi in the conversation as well to get their perspectives. But also hoping that Zelsi will share their little what they've told or what she's told BC before as well, because I don't think.
She would definitely. You've been traveling for months.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, but they're. I think they're including people, and even if it's like the other holiday people, like if Sprout or BC want to come in, they would have explained to them like what that they're looking into these kind of things. But obviously, everyone's doing a lot of different things. But yeah.
Even learning about your pact, Zyaka would surprisingly give you like less of a like cautious thing, more like a understanding nod, like I get it kind of a thing. And
yeah, I mean, Devana would have been curious about, but we can discuss it after. But I would be curious about the collective one because obviously that is great to Udoth, and Devana grew up at the Temple of Udoth, so yeah.
Actually, give me just a persuasion check to see how that went. I'll just give you the information then.
That is an unnatural 20. 30 20.
Not bad. So you would like obviously like she would like explain to you what the collective one is, and you can put it together that it's like a aspect or an acolyte of Udoth, which is like in part Udoth, like a different representation to a different people, but it's the same god.
Okay.
And because of that, his nature would be different. His abilities might be slightly different, but at the end of the day, he is still Udoth. He creates land. He keeps land afloat, stuff like that.
Yep.
And you would also learn Ziaka's like bond in nature. She is not a cleric.
Oh.
She is the high priestess in her tribe. She is a celestial warlock of the collective.
Wow. Okay. That actually explains
she
both.
she is a high priestess because she can directly commune with the collective one at her temples.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's a patron for her.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the patron chose her as the, like, yes, this person will represent me in this tribe.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh,
And
did because Riz obviously the last time Divana asked Riz if he could reach out to Rose and Ladarius and be like, hey, because Divana cannot reach anyone. I don't know if he was successful or not, but
that'll take longer for sure. But
Yeah,
he'll
okay.
be working on that
Okay,
too, don't
cool,
worry.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the other thing would be Celia, the satyr girl,
Yes.
by the way. She's mostly been spending time with Sapphire during this, making sure like she's fine and all of that. And every now and then she would like walk around the ship, observe you guys. Like you would probably share like a table when like breakfast and stuff is happening.
Yeah.
BC treats her like a queen.
Like,
Like just whatever she needs, food, her clothes laundered, music for when she, and if she asks why, Yabisi just is just like, you're the face of my god.
You see, she is very like suddenly like taken aback by that. Like, no.
No, really. Like I show her like my symbol of Pan.
Yeah. And she was like, I mean, I lived at a temple. I know who Pan is, but I am just a satyr. I mean, there's a lot of us.
And you're all special to me. Every single one.
And you can tell she still looks a little like just,
But
at a
I
loss
will
for
back
words.
off if that would make you happy.
I mean, I don't mean any offense after everything you've done, but it's just growing up at a temple is one thing. Someone giving your likeness to a god's is another thing. That's the kind of stuff that gets people killed, and I'd rather not be on the receiving end of that.
I understand. Never forget how special you are.
Well, thank you for that, I will say, but yeah, and like she does seem like genuine, like like thankful, but also like just abashed. Like I can't say that, like. And yeah, but yeah, beyond that she like just mostly kind of just hangs around. She's just been enjoying looking out at the ocean and stuff, enjoying like the ship. uh would spend some time with like Eglet Nedra sometimes. Would hang around Onslow for a bit, and he'd like tell her how he hunts and like stuff like that, and she's almost like taking notes, like, oh, that's interesting, cool. And she'd even spend some time with what's his name, Tristan and Dagon, basically trying to learn about where trading hubs are and who should she go talk to when you get to Balkar, that kind of stuff. And they've been helpful at least. And yeah, like, that's what she's up to. Uh, and then around that time is when Devana, you wanted to do the patron community.
Yeah. Obviously involve Dagon because that's what he requests, but also I don't think Divana would have felt comfortable anyway doing it alone. Because they don't know what
a couple of things after that as well.
Yeah. You can, yeah.
No, you go first.
Okay.
If you want to go first, that's also fine.
Yeah, you can if you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, no. So yeah, you guys get get together in like a room. I'm
Yeah,
assuming you pick out like the meditation room or something that's
Yeah,
Sebastian
but
made.
also Divana's not gotten like a. Would they have had time to find something as a what's it called? The thing you cast spells with, the spell focus.
Focus.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's.
So your arcane focus are the runes on you. So you always.
Oh
have
yeah,
it.
of course. She said, yeah, true. Okay, yeah. Then I would have gone like because I was thinking maybe to use that. I feel like it's a lot of times. I think a lot of people would have noticed a lot that Divana was often like their necklace was kind of almost like a stim toy, and they were often like doing all the talking. And a lot of times you can see them sort of grab and then like, oh fuck, there's nothing there. So I think they would have had a moment like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna meditate, I guess. Yeah.
And yeah, you sat down in the meditation room as you like look at Dagon, and he's just like, all right, I understand why you need to have this conversation. I mean, you're getting magic from there. Might as well figure out what the deal is. So, like, get a feel for things. But I will say this: whenever anyone interacts with the void, which is what you will be doing if you interact with the ritual, your mind and soul are always vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do what I can to make sure you don't fall too far into that pattern, so to speak, but there's a limit to it. And beyond that, second you feel like you're being forgetful, or if you feel like you're having an out of body experience, so to speak, try to get the fuck out.
Yeah, and they'll offer like their hands out for him to hold. I can, if that happens, I can give you a squeeze. And then you know to.
That should work as long as you're able to.
Yeah.
I'll keep an
okay.
eye regardless. But and like he like
Yeah.
grabs the hands and I need 2 rolls.
Uh-huh.
Give me a religion check. Give me an arcana
Oh my
check.
god, really that's okay, let's see. Maybe now I'm better, but I'm no longer a cleric. Good news. Religion
He's
was
helping you. You have advantage by the way.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay, that's good.
He is
Great.
helping.
Okay, hang
I
on.
mean, that's why you brought him. I thought, like, to get help.
Yeah, obviously, but funnily enough, I rolled with advantage really well on the religion, but both times really bad on arcana. So I got a 19 and an 18 for religion, which is total plus which is 23 on religion. And then I rolled a 2 and a 5 for arcana, which means that I have a 6 on arcana. So yeah.
It's gonna go great. Okay,
Oh
so
no.
obviously Divana doesn't see it because their eyes are closed, but essentially your runes have begun to glow and a little bit of blood has started to trickle out of those runes. And Dagon would have seen that even while your eyes are closed, you are currently crying blood. And
Wonderful.
as that's happening, this you hear and he hears. These chittering, chattering like whispers and stuff start happening all around the room as the room feels darker and darker. And you know with your newfound connection, this is void speech. And
Yes, and
the
that's
chittering is very incoherent though. It's just saying things like hunger, eat, must feast, 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 must grow. And it's just a cacophony of that, and it starts to get overbearing. He's like squeezing your hand to like help you, and you see it's having a worse effect on him than you as well. Like in a moment, like through blurry eyes, if you'd say, because voice speech hurts anyone who
yeah. No,
hears it.
that's what I was saying. I think I think in their head they would maybe voice people go like quiet.
And you see he's like kind of like he's trying to put on like a face, but like he's trying to wince a little, and you
Yeah.
see like little bit of blood coming out of his ear, and
Yeah.
as that's happening, your eyes again shut, and as you say, quiet, and you feel like you're getting shunted somewhere. Give me a wisdom save,
Okay.
because you rolled shit on Arcana.
I know. That's a 15.
Okay. So, Joanna, from your past, I would like you to pick a memory for me.
Cool. Does it matter how far in the past it is?
No.
Cool. I'm going.
But it's your first interaction. You rolled a 15, so nothing like major.
Yeah. No, nothing major.
Yeah.
I have a fun one. I think there is a moment before the family was split up. They were quite young. I think maybe like 6. There was a moment where Nirvana and Debria and their mother were working in the they had a little like not a farm but more like a little garden with like with crops, and they were supposed to, the siblings were supposed to help their mother water them, and at some point they got in some kind of bickering sibling argument, and their mother, in response, kind of like started splashing water at them to get them to shut up, and that broke out into a water fight, and it was a really nice memory. And I'm assuming that's now gone.
You think about that memory for some reason, it like comes to the forefront
Yeah.
of your mind. You haven't thought about it in so long.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel nice, like it's a nice memory. And then, while you try to remember, for a moment in that memory, you can't quite place what your mom looked like.
Yeah.
You can't quite place what your sister looked like in that memory, or even how you looked back then. And it's hazier as you try to focus in on it, and then gets drifting and drifting further and further away until it just turns to ash and disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even know what you are forgetting, but you just feel this deep, profound sense of loss.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've lost something dear and precious, but you don't know what that is. Just can't remember. Like you really, really want to remember what it was, but it just keeps escaping your mind. And whenever you try to think of that memory, it's like not there's nothing there. It's more that when you try to look there, almost like a cryptid thing. Like you try to look there and your eyes go past it every time.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't.
I have
It's a blank
ADHD. I know
spot.
exactly what this feels like. I know what you mean.
It's
Yeah.
not just that, but it's worse.
No, I
Like, you
know,
can
no,
see there is
no.
a blur thing.
I
Yeah.
know. I have a lot of missing memories in my
Oh
childhood,
no.
so I know exactly what it feels like.
But also later for me, just write that memory down and send it also. But yes,
Yeah,
you
I will send it.
you feel it escape you and you feel that loss. And now, in that moment, as you are feeling surrounded by this cold, lonely void essence, roll me a D100. This is to
I hate
determine where you end up in the void.
Okay, 1 second. 71. I don't know.
It's above a 70. That is above a 70.
Is that good or bad? Do we need to roll low or high?
You get different information for different roles. I wasn't expecting a 70 plus on your first visit.
That sounds
Okay.
like it's either really good or really bad. Okay.
You fall through and you first end up like just on like solid ground. It's pitch black around you, except in the distance you see this deep purplish light kind of cascading off of some of the rocks, a few crystals growing out of like the formations you're standing on, and you see most of the land here is like just kind of floating in nothingness and is like very fragmented and broken apart in places. And you are standing suddenly in the middle of this glowing crimson rune, like a ritual circle, uh, but just around you. And then looking around, you see tiny dots of red lights. And as your eyes focus, you see they're all small ritual circles, hundreds, thousands. And you see there's different people standing in some of them. In some of them, people have fallen down and their blood is just draining onto it. Some people are rapidly like aging as they're trying to pour their blood into the circle. And you see in like the center of all of that is this larger circle. And there is this woman standing there wearing kind of patchy, now clearly a little drab, just long red robes, disheveled black hair kind of going down her back, couple of cuts and bruises on her. She looks like pale, pale. Not like a vampiric, like shiny pale, like sickly. And you see her eyes are covered up and down like with like this like flaky ash that keeps like falling around. You see there are cracks in parts of her face. You see a part of her shoulder is just cracked and gone. And inside there is, you don't see like flesh or anything, it's just hollow. And you see these cracks are all over her. And you see both her hands are up and like they keep joining in prayer and they keep going up. and you see she is doing some kind of like a ritualistic cast of something towards this big crimson dome in the distance. And all around this entire dome, there are these smaller circles with other people like you who are also just putting their hands and basically pouring themselves into it. And you see a bunch of these people again very similar garb. You see they're like covered in the one mark that you have. You see they are covered in them, and they they're like turning around and throwing like different kind of magic and stuff. Like they're throwing blood, void essence, they're throwing like eldritch blast, all kinds of stuff towards something in the distance. And you see again the first image you saw when you had taken the pact, the endless amount of those like carapaced creatures. uh all of them like skittering in droves, some small, some larger. Some of them look like people, but their skin has gone completely gray. They have cracks and sunken eyes with no facial features, and they're just like slowly like lumbering towards these circles, saying just hunger in void speech over and over again. And these people are like fighting them off, and while fighting them off they are protecting the people pouring into the barrier. And this back and forth is just perpetually happening. And as it's happening, you see the woman in the center, she like takes a deep breath and just like puts her hands down for a second. You, like, looks at you, just you.
Hmm.
You have my mark. Yes, I know
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for saving me, by the
Ivana.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. W-
Why are you
w-
here? You're supposed to be on the other side right now.
Yeah, I was just trying to contact you and try and figure out. You said something that you needed my help. I needed you. I was trying to figure out what the deal was, but I can see you're busy.
That's. I, I guess. I guess I am. But no, that's not important.
It
Devon,
looks, yeah.
yes, I do need your help. This is the right ritual. It must endure for the sake of Trency,
Uh,
for the sake of the world. This ritual must endure, and I need your help in powering it.
with blood, right?
Life essence, blood, whatever it takes, however many people it takes, we will hold. I will hold.
Hold against what?
Tell you the truth, I can't fully remember. Being here has certain cons. We get to stay away from people who can interfere, but this place takes you. Pieces of you, I don't even remember my name. I know that we're doing this for a reason. And you see, like, she has, like, things, like, carved on her hand and void speech and stuff, and they just say, like, cast the ritual, complete the circle, protect the world, and, like, stuff like that is, like, written there. And, like, places say, like, the ritual demands blood, and blood is what is needed to maintain it. And she's just panting, and you see, even while she's talking to you, more of this like void essence kind of just like caresses past her face, and a bit of ash crumples and falls off of her. And she's looking at you like, you were in trouble, being hunted. I've done what I can with the ritual's magic to give you some protection from that thing. Don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't have time to deal with it right now. But
No, it's okay.
I've done what I can, so it's not as easy to find you or reach you. I have to do that to make sure the void doesn't reach you either. But listen, the more blood you pull, the more power of the ritual you hold in your hand, the more the void will come for you. The void, its denizens, these voidlings, they want to stop the ritual. They are drawn to it. There is something inside. Don't remember what it was, but it needs to stay there. Otherwise, reality, as we know it, will be shaken to its fundamental core. Right now, focus on collecting blood, yes. Collect life. After that, there are those who wish to stop the ritual, and there are those who wish to aid it, even in your world. Work with them. We will have more things the ritual will need beyond blood. Information, allies, righting wrongs. And when those times come,
Okay.
I can trust you, right?
Can I
bet
get
she's looking at
can I
you
get an
like you-
insight check?
Roll me an insight.
That is a 16.
16. She's looking at you with like these desperate eyes, trying to scan your face for information. Like, can I trust you?
Yeah, they're being genuine. I think in this moment, obviously this person doesn't seem to remember why she's doing what she's doing, but I think if it once you started talking about like, oh, it's like to keep Trency safe and like this like whole reality thing, and knowing that she looks desperate, I think Divana's also because obviously the last time something like this happened, it was an evil entity kind of. So they're trying to make sure like, is this person like actually trying to like just sell me something, or like is it?
Oh, yeah, by the way, this is a human.
As a human, okay. Yeah, I think they look genuine in their intentions, and I think they'll look at her and be like, I'll admit it will be hard for me personally, but I'm gonna try, and I'll try and see if I can find any information on the stuff that you've forgotten. What this is, if that helps, or is that not the right way to go at it?
And she just looks at you like, no time to do that. Once the white takes, it's gone. It cannot be returned. What I've lost, it isn't there anymore. It simply did not exist. And you see her eyes go wide, like, look out. And one of the voidlings, like, fires off this projectile towards you behind you. And you see she kind of, like, flicks her hand. And this barrier of blood swells up around you and just blocks the projectile. And you see as that happens, like a small, like, almost like an earthquake, like, kind of goes through the place. And you see a piece of the circle, like, dims for a second. And then she just coughs and exhales, and you see like more ash coming out, and then she's like, wait,
Okay, it's okay. I'll go. I won't distract you anymore.
listen, blood, yes, there is a way we can accelerate. There is a way we can complete the circle sooner. All blood, all blood is not equal. There is more potent things out there, more powerful creatures. The more powerful the thing is that you take life from, the more it feeds the ritual. Be that divine, demonic, whatever it may be. Anything that's more potent. If you find it, try and bring it here.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And if you have to visit this place, do so sparingly. Every visit will demand something from you. You cannot keep resisting it.
Okay, just And that they generally look concerned for this person now.
This person is a mess. She is falling
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah, they're
And not
really
because of you. She,
no.
you see, has been throwing up barriers around all of these people, fighting, protecting everyone the best she can. Every now and then, one of the circles that are just in prayer, or like the ones in stasis, like you know, the
Yeah.
circles representing other people in the world out there.
Mm-hmm.
You see, every now and then in the distance, a circle dims, disappears.
Mm-hmm.
You see one person who's like giving his blood just starts like and just falls
Mm.
over. And as he falls over, void essence just kind of coalesces around them. And as it like dissipates, all that's left is just like this almost frozen like chrysalis like statue like husk of like gray and black.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you just see she like just shakes her head like, two more. Be at peace, brother and sister. We may not remember you, but we will remember your sacrifice.
Okay. I'll.
And you see, like she's like genuinely like tearing up at that, like
Yeah.
at these two people dying.
Divana's generally. I mean, I don't think they can get close at all. But they if they could, they would have gone over it. So like, I think actually seeing all this might make it somewhat easier to cross that threshold later, because now they know what they're doing it for, kind of. So I think
Yeah,
they
no.
yeah.
For you, everything you've heard about the ritual in the world and stuff, it is this taboo thing. Like, oh my god, they're
Yeah.
blood ritual cultists. They want to like use blood to feed their profane ritual.
Yeah.
They like, and no one knows what the ritual is, so people keep making
Yeah.
shit up, right? Oh, it's for this bad thing. They want to destroy the world, stuff like
Right.
that. And this is what's actually happening on the other side. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. So
a
they're
few
like,
thousand
oh
people
shit.
desperately defending each
It's
other.
it's so
against her.
funny that like it's that Divana's presented with all these people that need help when the one thing they obviously want to do is help people. So they're like, oh, actually, maybe it's not that bad. So yeah, I think they're
It's a few
yeah.
thousand people in a war
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
hunger, like just a mindless hunger that's coming for everything.
Yeah, so
And
they're looking at the person.
you see your
yeah.
runes also glowing, and like she looks at you finally, like, keep collecting blood. I will keep giving you the power you need.
Yeah.
On the other side, as you get stronger, you'll be able to carry more of it,
Yeah, just
and eventually you'll be able to do more for you. And then you see more void essence starts coalescing around you, being like a quote unquote like not actually on this side person. And as it begins to coalesce, she's like, wait, no, and you fall through void again.
okay.
And this is 71 coming in.
Oh
and
no.
You see you start like fall through the void again. She's like, no. And you see she's like reaching out for magic and stuff, and you see a part of the sphere kind of like begins to like shimmer and crackle, and you can sense yourself get shunted into it.
Ah. Wait, the dome that she was casting? Okay, and then what?
As you get shunted into the dome, you like fall down again, you get up. You don't have a circle around you protecting you right now. And look overhead, you are clearly inside the dome. On the other side, you see like a semi-opaque like wall that this dome has with this blood. And in the distance, you can see the silhouette of the Red Witch and her muffled screams like, get help! Shit.
Can I get out?
So it seems like they can't perceive you inside. And then you hear a sound near you. Just a deep, guttural. And followed by the clashing of steel. And rocks breaking nearby, an explosion. And you're like, wait, what the fuck? And you look over. Do you see in the distance something horrifying? So, like, this is such a massive thing. You aren't able to comprehend what this looks like. Your mind's hurting trying to look at this thing as its immeasurable mass and this presence it's exuding. This feels again very, very much like the essence of the void, but as a creature. And you see, all your mind can make out of this is teeth. Thousands
Uh-oh.
of teeth in like an infinitely deep maw. What look like fang like blades, like tentacled blades, tendrils, all kinds of things. Your mind's trying to figure out what they look like, and your eyes again start to bleed and hurt trying to look at this thing. And
Do I have a? Do I still feel my body that I can just squeeze Sig and like, hello, please get me out?
you try to squeeze, your hands right in front of you are being squeezed.
Ah, no.
Just as this thing is looming, you see it's not. Well, looking is tough to say because you can't tell if it has eyes or not, but it is not giving you any attention. You see, the clashing of steel came from another entity here. In front of this, you see there is a woman standing there wearing this jet black armor, which is like patched, broken, and cut up in all sorts of places. It looks ragged. You see, she has like two blades, like two short blades in her hands, and like long black hair kind of strewn across her face.
Wait.
And she's like just breathing heavily. You see, she runs up, driving her blades into this enormous entity, this cosmic being, and driving it back. And you see it like lashes back into her. She parries one of the things, and another tendril comes up from overhead and like just slams into her. She goes flying 80, 90, 100. Wait, that's a mile. She goes flying a mile, crashes into a bunch of rocks, coughs up a little blood, wipes it, looks up, holds a hand out, and you see a bunch of like these darts made of pure darkness shoot out of her hand. And from the back of her like arm, she like reaches into her back, pulls out this long looking like almost like a long dagger, flips it overhead, chucks it at the creature, starts sprinting at it at breakneck speeds, jumps overhead again, almost gliding through the air. You see, she pulls out again another set of blades, throws them, pulls out another set, infinitely just doing this over and over again. As she finally lands down, puts her hand on the creature, and just screams as the creature goes flying backwards. And she's just taking a deep breath, turns to look at you, and you see like from her hair like one wild dark black set eye looks straight out towards you.
Uh-huh.
And you just say, who are you?
Devana, I don't know how I got here. I'm sorry. Can I help? Or can I?
Wait, a mortal? You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of here.
How?
And you see she like takes a second, puts her hands together and mutters something, and a bunch of these rocks start floating up and just slam into that creature, kind of surrounding it and burying it. And as that happens, she takes a deep breath, teleports next to you, looks
Okay.
you down, and you see firstly she's a lot taller than you thought she was when she was a mile away.
Yeah, I
And
figured.
she looks down at you, and she just looks at you and goes, "You don't look like an illusion. You
No?
look like a projection, though. You are mortal still."
Yeah, sir, who are you? Yes, Hector. That's why I was so excited.
You see, she kind of just squints at that, like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Right names. The name Shah. What kind of a mortal does not know my name?
Would I wait?
You've never heard
No, I was thinking there's no way, and I was like, I know quite a few gods. Are you? I've never heard of you.
From
What?
what is the name of your world? I do not have time to mince words.
I
I have brought us time with that spell.
I'm on a ship on the way to Bilkard.
What the fuck is a Trancy?
Oh no. It's the world I'm from.
Heard of that world?
Wait, what world were you thinking I was from?
It's not important. Listen. This, I don't know if you've realized, is a very dangerous place.
Yeah.
This entire plane is designed to break apart all existence. I don't know who, like, points towards the dome and, like, the people outside, like, with the ritual. I don't know who those people are, but they just showed up and started making a dome, and that is the only reason this fight here has not leaked out and destroyed the material worlds.
Yeah, they're trying to protect. That's what they said. They're trying to
Right.
protect the world by doing that.
Yes, and I thought that because some mortals were doing that, that people have finally gotten smart around here.
Oh, they're dying. I think pretty quickly, doing
But
this.
they are holding the ground against his forces so that they don't
Who?
congregate again.
This one?
Cannot say his name. Regardless. And she grabs you by your collar and, like, just lifts you up.
Yeah.
Listen, mortal.
Uh-huh.
I can only do that every now and then, and that's how I've been getting my breaks in. This is still my break, and I will get information out of this at the very least. So you will answer my questions,
Uh-huh.
okay?
Yeah.
Drops you, and you see, like, there's, like, a rock nearby. She's, like, takes his, like, seat there, drives her dagger into the rock next to her, looks up at you, or, like, straight at you, and just goes, "Now, you said you know name of a lot of gods, huh?
Uh-huh.
Name a few for me."
Darius, Pan, Udolf, Rose, Joaquin, Helm, Thorm, and I just start listing.
When you say Helm, her face kind of, like, changes. Like, at first, she was kind of, like, fully being passive. Second, you say Helm, like, Helm.
Yeah.
I know most of the names you just said, but that one I do know. So it is true. You're from Toril.
From what?
You call Trency, I suppose. I don't know why they would change to such a stupid name. But here we are.
Okay.
Helm is there. But from the looks of it, most of the others are gone.
Well, I think some of them have changed
that's
names. I know that the Darius had a
unfortunate.
different name.
See, she squints at that, and
They look so nervous.
she doesn't seem to care too
Yeah.
much about this Rodarius, and she just
Yeah.
continues like, "Right now, all I know is you are from the world that I hailed from would be the wrong word, but we share a world, let's just say. What I'm doing here, I have been doing for a long time.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep doing this. Because if I stop doing this, it's gonna break out of this little dome they've made. And then it's gonna eat everything on the other side. And then this entire plane is gonna reach your world and eat all of that.
Uh-huh. I get it.
I don't believe I need to explain what happens if that happens.
No.
I don't know what the fuck the other gods are doing, but they seem to be asleep at the wheel right now.
Yeah,
We are in the middle of a war. At the crux of another one beginning. If none of the others are there anymore, who's in charge of the divine armies? Tell me this.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're immortal, right?
Yeah.
You know of God, so you must be of the clergy in some way.
I mean, I was a follower of Rose, and then the Darius sun god was, but now I cannot really reach anyone anymore because of the void. So I don't know.
This place does break connections with divinity, you're not wrong. I lost touch with most of my domain as well. Because of this place. So tell me, mortal, if If you were part of the clergy, were you not told by any high priests or champions or chosen or exarchs about who the generals are in the Divine Order?
Above table was I? No, I was like, yeah,
She's
no,
just
yeah,
saying
yeah,
words
yeah,
at you,
yeah.
like,
They're like, no, I don't know. I think a lot
and
of
you
things
see
have
her
changed.
visibly look frustrated, not at you, but like at
Yeah.
hearing that answer. And she
Well-
just like slams like the ground next to her, and you see a long crack forms across this entire place. And
Maybe.
she just looks at you and goes, "What are they doing?"
I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. If you tell me, I can maybe relay the message.
Worthless. That would be a worthless endeavor. No, I'll hold my ground here, I suppose. I was wondering when my reinforcements would show, but from the looks of it, and you see she like waves a hand over you. Seems it's been a few millennia, yeah. Don't think help is coming. Great.
I can maybe spread the word, arrange help. I don't know. This seems very big and important, and I think a lot of people should
Squints
know
at that,
about
and
this.
she's like, spread the word, you say.
Yeah.
Right, that could work. You have free will, yes?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay, so that's still working. All right. So, if that is the case, if you want to spread the word, do it. Tell people about me. Tell them to pray to me.
Right?
Send me divine essence.
Okay. Your name Shar, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I will.
The more people that can start from this feel of things,
Yeah.
my domain has been severed from me, so I have to start from scratch, as it were, at the moment.
What was your domain? Can I help build it?
See, she looks you up and down. I don't think you have the stomach for it.
Okay.
It is the domain of darkness.
Well, I'm in the void anyway, so like.
Domain of darkness means to be acquiescent of treachery, of deceit.
Oh, right.
Do what needs to be done, even if it isn't considered good.
Right.
Forget
Okay.
things like the void does. Oblivion. True oblivion, not the one that this hunger seeks.
Right.
There is an embrace in the darkness. There is an embrace to being forgotten. There's an embrace to forgetting things, painful things. Darkness has many facets, child. If you think you can hold fast to them, then go ahead and try. And if we meet again, then we shall see.
I'll see what I can do.
Regardless, if you want to help this situation, get me more divine power so I can turn the tide.
Right. I'm not sure if I know how
Till
to
I deal with this thing, I
start a
can't get out
religion.
of here.
But yeah, I'll do my best. Any tips
If
on
I
how
can
to
get out of here,
do it?
spread my word, find the people who agree with those teachings,
Okay.
and then spread those.
Right.
And once I get that divine essence, I can return that favor with the power of miracles as well.
Okay. Yeah. I will do my best. I don't know how to start a religion, but I'll figure
like
it out.
shake and break open for a moment, and she like looks over like,
Yeah, you're busy. Can you get me home?
home. You're astral projecting. You just have to go back.
Oh, I tried. I did know.
You're not physically here.
Okay. How do I stop doing that? I've never done this.
Mortal kind really has fallen to shit, hasn't it?
Sorry. I'm kind of new at this.
And you see she looks at you and just goes, well, I must say, I appreciate the first chat I've had with another person in the last few thousand years.
Oh.
It was more enlightening than I expected, so my thanks for that.
Yeah,
Well done.
of course. Like I don't know if you can reach me, but I guess I'll be there.
You are connected to the void in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure we can find a way to talk.
Okay. Good luck. I'll do my best. And sorry for
Afraid,
interrupting.
child.
Hmm?
Are you afraid?
I mean, quite often, but I'm working on that.
And she gets real close.
Oh no.
Are you afraid right now?
I think nervous would be a better word. I'm not. You seem nice enough. I'm not afraid of you. I'm more afraid of that thing, and sort of points out the thing that is buried under the rocks.
She looks over and just looks back at you and like smirks. And you do have some wits about you. Gods fear that thing. I do everything I can to hold it here. For the battles to come, I need to be a part of them. Can't do that when I'm stuck here.
Okay. Does that
Get
mean
out in your lifetime?
okay?
But your offerings and assistance will be noted and remembered. And perhaps once I have returned to form, I can fetch your soul from the funnel of souls.
Yeah, it will
Give you
be
a proper place
down
in my
there.
form.
Just like, and they're like, just sort of show like the brand on their shoulder.
As far down as it needs.
Oh, okay.
Darkness is there at the end.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks. Yeah. Good luck. I'll.
Child,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
And she just puts her hand over your face,
Mm-hmm.
and you get shunted out. And as your eyes open, you're in the meditation room. You're on the ground on your back, and Dagon is currently like trying to like shake you awake.
Oh god. Yeah.
And you are covered in a cold sweat. You look at all your fingertips are covered in ash. You
Mm-hmm.
see you were bleeding from your eyes, and you have like that like flakiness that the red witch had for
Yeah.
a moment. But for you just like do this a couple of times and it's gone.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder how long has she been there during
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. They wake up and just. Yeah.
he just looks at you like, what about the squeezing hand part?
I tried. It didn't work. And just like.
Right.
It,
Do you remember who you are?
yes, but I.
Who am I?
Dagon. I'm Devana. Just,
All important information is still in your head.
yeah. Well, actually, this is all stuff that happened. First question: do you know how to start a religion? And they start.
Yeah, looks at you and just goes, yes, actually.
Oh, cool. And they start just explaining everything that just happened.
Do you talk about the dome situation as well? Like the
Yeah,
whole thing?
everything,
Yeah, okay.
everything. And we'll also. And this is more of a me thing. They will try and say Shor's name, and I want to see
You
what
should
happens.
say Shah's name. Everyone on the ship hears a distant crack
Uh-oh.
behind their ear.
Yeah.
And Estrogen would notice there is a second tally mark.
No. Wait, it's not just. Oh. That fair.
Here
That.
we will end our session.
Sorry, Mike. I couldn't get to it. I am ecstatic
Actually,
though.
I mean, if
71.
everyone's down to do 10-15 minutes more, we can do Mike's segment as well.
That's 71.
I'm down for it.
Mine will take 30 seconds.
Please
No.
go ahead.
Please
Please
go
go
ahead.
I
Only
was
is-
worried because people were looking tired.
No. Because I'm going to pass. I had two things. I'm going to push one on to the next session actually because it seemed cool. But for this, I just want like in the moments where Jasper isn't captaining the ship, when it's Dagon's turn to do his little bits and pieces, Jasper will be spending as much time as possible telling the crew, the NPCs, the PCs, all his stories and poems over the course of a few days. He'll be doing as many performances as he can. He will like even some of the works from his chronicles he'll be reading.
Ooh.
And then when he is in his cabin alone, after every performance, he's going to stand on the balcony, tear that page from his journal, and set fire to it.
All right.
Oh.
Course of the next few weeks, you quickly start running out of material every night
Oh no.
as you stand there pondering on the balcony what to do next. In different parts of the ship, everyone pondering their next moves. You would hear a call out from top deck from Dagon. We're almost there. Come on, time to have a good look at the next place we're gonna be at. Because we are gonna be talking at Bolcard. And that is where we end our session.
Yay. I got the second one. I'm so happy. The moment you started describing like woman like dark hair and daggers, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember what she looked like from the Vision from Estrogen and Sapphire. So the moment you, I was like, yeah.
I told you that
Yes.
there'll be one particular deity you will be able to reach easily with the red ritual.
I got the second one. Oh my god. I'm
Even the
collecting
witch
them.
doesn't know what's in there, by the way. There is apparently just an eternal battle that's been
Yeah.
happening between Char
It
and
goes-
this one.
I love
thing.
that the witch doesn't know, and the
Or
first
the-
time Divana's there, they immediately get insight on what's going on.
It explains you can't say the moon's name,
Yeah.
or something will come and destroy the world.
Yeah, that's why I was, no, and also because I knew that the reason that Devon hadn't been able to reach out because of the void.
Char is on the moon
Yeah.
in this world, but
No,
yeah.
but Saloon had the same problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sisters though. They're
Yeah,
sisters.
I know.
Char is like the shadow of the moon.
Yeah.
Saloon is the light.
re-
and
yeah.
Then, oh,
Yep.
Tad, you are a genius. Okay.
I originally on my theory board, and obviously I knew that was wrong last session. But originally, one of my guesses for what was the cult was that it was Char, and obviously when it became clear that it was about a he, I was okay. That's not that. I'll put that away. But I knew that she was out there somewhere, and I was like, where the fuck is she?
She has been in the 1v1 of her life
Yeah.
for as long as people can think about it.
I cannot wait to watch this session back because I didn't take obviously notes, but there's so much lore, and I'm just sat there
And all my
like,
mates have gone, yeah, we'll meet you there later, and then just like not turned up. It's great.
yeah.
And she's just been there, and yeah, she didn't even know how much time had passed or whatever, so she probably doesn't know about the abyss shit you guys are dealing with. But she also
Yeah.
mentioned another war.
Yeah. Also, it's gonna be quite hard to spread a relationship about someone whose name you cannot say. That's gonna
I'm
be
glad
great.
you went and tested it instead of being like, guys, check this out, and you say it to a bunch of people.
I mean, obviously that part of that's me because I know what happened, but also Divana would have obviously explained to Dagon and would have mentioned the name. So like, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Of course,
Yes.
Dagon knows how to start a religion. Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, cult stuff, you know.
yeah. That was great.
But that has been it for the session this week. We'll be back on the 14th of February. Thank you,
Valentine's.
everyone, so much for watching. Thank you guys for playing.
Yeah.
Hope you all had fun watching and playing. And I have been Tan Fighter. You can find me at Tan Fighter on Blue Sky, Tan5117 on Instagram. And I have been your dungeon master here. That's what I usually do. But I also do other actual plays and all kinds of voice acting stuff. So if you need any of that stuff done, go hit me up in those places. And once again, lovely pairs who have to bear through so much lore I throw at them.
It's great.
First off, we have your BC.
Hey, my name is Hector, aka Okami, Keiichi Okami, all over the internet. I've played Yabisi. I'll try and keep it quick because it was a long game. This upcoming weekend, starting tomorrow, Apochromatic Unlimited is going to be doing a Black History Month. We're kicking off a month long of streams every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting next Friday technically, but this Saturday. We're going to have all kinds of different streams and one shot celebrating Black History Month. On Sunday, this Sunday, the 2nd, over on House of Dreams, I, the steward of the House of Dreams, we're going to be partnering with Apochromatic Unlimited, and we're going to be doing a 4-episode Wander Home series called A Season's Oath, 12:30 at 12:30 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every Sunday, we have some amazing cast members. I'm going to be the guide, and we're going to be raising money for Black Girls Rock, a totally awesome charitable cause. And please come see, donate, support. Look on. I've been doing previews on my social media over at KH Yokami and Blue Sky, and also at Apochromatic Unlimited, sponsored by the fabulous Transplanar RPG. And I'm going to pass it on to my fellow players.
Jasper.
I have been Jasper, and I am still Mike. You can find me at Run Like Craig on Blue Sky and Run Like Craig 1979 on Instagram, and you can also see me on Monday night, 7 p.m. GMT, in episode 3, I think it is, because we missed a week last week, of Hunter, the Reckoning game, in which my character is basically just as much of a fuck up as Jasper is. So, seems to be a trend. But this one has just recently been possessed. So, we'll see how that goes.
Also something you're experiencing. Next up we have Devana.
Hi, Anna, O'Reilly, whichever one you prefer. I use them pronouns, and I'm definitely human. You can find me anywhere at Peculiar Planets. I'm on pretty much every social media. I write comics, I write tabletop stuff, I do sensitivity reading. You can find all about that on my website, peculiarplanets.com. So other stuff, this Sunday over at Misadventures League, we're doing at 7 p.m. Central European time, we're doing the finale over a Vampire Masquerade game, so that's gonna be fun. On Tuesdays, episodes drop on all your favorite podcast platform of the Twilight's Edge podcast, which is a Pathfinder 2nd edition game where we play the Council of Thieves campaign, which is converted from first edition to 2nd edition. So I'm playing the complete opposite character to this. I'm playing a wonderful edgelord bastard of a wizard. There will be more stuff, but currently not on my mind. But also, yeah. Look on this channel there will be something, but not yet, and I'm not gonna say what yet, but something. Yeah, and also I've been producing today, so that's great. Yeah, that's it.
And last but not least, Sprout.
Oh, hi, I am Ricecakes or Rice, and I've been Sprout, and holy fuck my brain, Jesus. Yeah, you can find me at the original Norez on Nether X on Blue Sky if you want to check out the art that I do, because I do like making little silly art of the characters that I have, or the characters that I play, or the characters that play with me in the campaign. Who knows whichever I may choose. Who's the next victim? We'll never know. Yeah, what else do I have going on apart from this? I will have something going on at some point, but I think I still can't talk about it. Holy fuck. My brain is slowly melting out my ears. This is what happens when you're also a robotics engineering student. Fuck me. Thank you, Thanos.
You'll have loads of secretive stuff. I don't like this.
I mean, it's not my fault. It's the problem that the channel didn't say anything about it yet, but I know about it, so I'm like,
I want my invite.
What do I do?
Oh.
This is what happens when you know shit in advance.
Welcome to
But
my
yeah,
life.
just smile and wave. Just smile and wave. Hee hee.
Indeed.
Good news
But
for everyone,
yes.
though. I will have like a little break from uni after the like 6th, I think, or 10th, somewhere between there. Until the 24th, y'all better be fucking ready. If I am not staying glued to my tablet, I'm not doing my job.
Nice.
Oh, best of luck. And
Thank
yes,
you, I'll need it.
hope you all had fun. That is it for us. We shall be back in a few weeks. Bye bye.